All right. Methinks we are live. It's alive. So mostly alive. Mostly live. Let's just check the YouTubes. See if it's working. Boy, I look pale in this light. Hmm. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, no. Stop. Stop trying to sell me something I don't need, YouTube. Probably going to get feedback here. But just want to check that we're actually live. Because the internet is still screwed up and I am tired of talking to Windstream Kinetic about this internet. Because it's obviously it's not doesn't do any good. Uh, hmm. Oh, this may not be. This live may not happen again. Damn you! I am so tired of talking to Kinetic about this. There's no excuse for this. When they said, "Oh, it's fixed," and see, we do it just off data. So the day my internet was fixed, I was getting full speed, and then halfway through the day, it just went downhill. So it's still that way. You have to put your phone by the window to get data off of the tower. It's working, but okay, whatever. I make another phone call. We just bear with it. Turn my camera off. Let's see if that helps. I don't see how that's any better. Perhaps I should give out the Kinetic phone number and everyone can call tech support and tell them just, you know, how how they're doing their customers wrong by providing a service that's not what they promised. That'd be funny. Maybe I'll just make a banner. I'll make a banner or run it across the bottom of the screen, and I'll give you a phone number. You could call them and tell them how it's how bad it is that I'm paying for internet service and not getting what I paid for. I wonder how many other people out there have actually paid attention to their internet speed and then called up their internet provider and said, "Look, you know, I pay enough already as it is. Why is this not where it should be?" Shay Hair. What's their phone number? It's not like I'm. It's not like I'm posting someone's private phone number. This is public knowledge. Not like I'm doxing anyone. Well, I might be doxing Kinetic. Let's see here. There we go. Now, if you are a Kinetic customer, I suggest you don't let them know that you're a Kinetic customer unless your phone number is tied to your account. Then they would know that it was you calling on my behalf. But hey, it's could be you next. It could be anyone out there paying outrageous fees for internet service that's only working at a quarter of its advertised promised for whatever speed. And I just hate to see anybody get screwed over. It's just not right that these companies could do this. See, it looks like we have two watching. They're in the bushes. It's all right. I like lurkers. Give me watch seconds or watch minutes, depending on how long your attention span is. Hey, Gardening Warrior, listening time listening time to get the girls to bed, and Maggie stole a bunch of candy, so she's acting crazy. Oh no, not the candy. Yeah, I I remember those days. Raising my kids and regretting that while we were out and about running our errands with the kids in the car, giving them treats, and it's like, oh, why did we do that? Oh man. But if I was offered to do it all over again, I'd be like, heck yeah. Even all those times where the kids just drive us totally crazy, I could I could do that all over again. But this time I'd already have some experience under the belt. Oh yeah, this is what we did last time, and it worked real well. I got babies on my a baby on my lap and a baby sleeping over here next to me. Yes, I was nice and bought them some little candy bottles for rewards. She decided to reward herself with 5 of them, pure sugar, and she's like a drug addict when she gets candy or sugar. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Katie. Hey, South Florida sunshine. Yeah, it's okay. I was watching I was watching a video from some girl in Bulgaria. There's so much about. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Uh, it kind of makes me more. Kind of freaks me out when we don't hear something about that conflict over there, and then we'll get this onslaught of news in one day after we haven't heard anything for several. It's like bang, 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 and here's all this that's going on. And you're like, whoa, TMI. Uh, See, I've had them hidden for over a year. She found them. They're gone. Oh my goodness. Carol, it's never stopped, kids. It's never stopped, kids. South Florida Sunshine says he was talking about the sunstorms, but yep, it comes in waves with all the conflicts going on. Yeah, and if you try to keep up with it all, it drives you freaking batty, which I think might be part of the reason why they hit us with so much information all at once. Oh no. Break out the crucifix, Gardening Warrior. Yeah. I don't know. It there even through the rough times, I still, I mean, it was to me, it was interesting. It was fun to raise kids, and I like I said, I would do it all over again. Yeah, that was the problem I had when I was a kid with some food coloring. She's gardening warriors here, but not here. Pray for me. It gets bad, very bad when she gets closer. Yeah. Yeah, there really is no reason. Seriously, there's no the kids don't want to take the like let's just say for example, cold medicine. Kids don't want to take that crap anyway. So what difference does it make if it's red or purple? They don't want it anyway, but you're still going to give it to them. But then they throw stuff in there like that, food coloring. It's not good for them. It's really hard to find any that's clear that has all the um, that treats all the symptoms that your child's dealing with at the time. It's really hard to find one that is clear and does what you want it to. So it's like, yeah, I know what this is going to do when I give Junior this grape flavored, not even grape, is it? Here, son, I got your favorite purple Diamond Tap. I know how much you love that. Yeah, Mom, it doesn't even taste like grapes. If those are grapes, Mom, they're rotten. Hold on just a sec. Here's something. I'm not sure if I turned something off or not. Be with you just a second. Yeah, everything I got up, I evidently had to. I use a double hot plate, and one of my hot plates was still slightly on, wasn't on high. Thank God. Something to get in there, and it was a burner. It's on simmer, which really isn't simmer. It's like you could burn your hand, but not like severely. So, yeah. I wondered what was ticking. Yeah, yeah, you gotta be careful with these medications. Oh, you know, OTC meds, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we're just giving them placebos. And then the prescribed ones aren't much better, are they? Yeah, I made a cup of coffee, and I guess I didn't double check that burner. There's a setting on there. It's really, really low. Like you could keep your water just barely warm. Fresh smoothie. Ooh. Still find that funny. Almond milk. Yeah, I like almond milk, but not often. I don't buy it very often because it's got a side effect. It's not very pleasant for me anyway. So I can't have a whole lot of it, but I do like it. I like the flavor of it, but I don't like the side effects. I might eat a tree. You see, it's really hard to do. I got a kitten in my lap, and then I got one laying on the table. I can't get up without one crying at me. I get upset when I disturb their sleep on my leg, my lap. Let's see if I can do this without disconnecting the camera. Turn the camera on. Hey, Beth Schuler. Good evening to you. Some Nat in here, as always. Every live stream I have, there has to be a gnat that comes into the house. Been in and out of the house all day. That look at that sweet face. Well, the light's gonna wash it out. Yeah, look at that sweet face. I woke it up. Oops. It's gonna get a little gunk in its eye. I'll have to clean it again. I cleaned it twice today already. That's difficult. Like you disturbed me. I was sleeping, human. I'm so sorry, little one. Let's see. Turn that off. What? Oh, you're so needy. Got set back down. You sit in my lap again. Oh, I got them all stirred up. Here, baby, come here. Come here. Yeah, this one's having eye trouble too. But it's getting better. I know, baby. I know. Oh yeah, I know. It's horrible, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Now you're falling off my lap. You start doing that, I'm gonna put you over on the cot. Okay. Now it balled up in my lap. What's everybody's plans this week? Some of us are kind of nearing the end of our growing season. Although everything in my garden right now is this is their time to shine. I'm still pulling tomatoes off the vine. I've got all kinds of yellow squash coming up. So last one I checked today was probably about that long. So give it another week, and I'll be pulling that one off of the vine. And I'm watching that thing up in the corner there, showing them my internet connection was being stupid again. Nah, I didn't do any canning. I don't have the stuff to do it. But I do. Let's see. I've got some more butternut squash coming up. Little bitty, just little bitty starts. So, and then I've got one. Let's see, probably about 8 or 9 inches. So it's doing really well. So all the squash is doing great. The tomatoes are still putting out tomatoes, although they are getting a little smaller. But I wanted to show. We got 4 people in here. I could show this, and I can always show it again later. There's a short I found today, just before the live stream. That was kind of cool. So let me see if I could find it. Should be on my secondary tab here. Hopefully. My internet doesn't go crazy over. Let's see. We got audio. Yeah. Let's see what Eva. Probably not.
Look, this village woman has turned her brickyard into a thriving.
Oh, don't do this to me. Stupid buffering thing.
Yard into a thriving vegetable garden. Who would have imagined that radishes could grow this big, right between those tiny gaps in the bricks? With this ingenious setup, the problem of weeds is almost completely eliminated. The bricks act like natural mulch.
It's not going to play.
Cases, even breaking down over time to add nutrients to the soil. The variety of vegetables she has managed to grow in this unconventional garden will truly amaze you. She's even been able to grow watermelons. While they might not be as large as the ones we typically find at the market, there's a unique joy and satisfaction in eating food you've grown yourself. This unique garden isn't without its drawbacks. Plant roots can sometimes damage the masonry, but for her, the benefits far outweigh the downsides. No soil erosion, fewer weeds, excellent water retention, and a yard that remains intact even in winter. Look, this village woman has turned her brickyard into a thriving vegetable garden. Who would have imagined that radish could grow this big, right between those tiny gaps in the bricks? With this ingenious setup, the problem of weeds is almost completely eliminated. The bricks act like natural mulch, helping to conserve water and, in some cases, even breaking down over time to add nutrients to the soil. The variety of vegetables she has managed to grow in this unconventional garden will truly amaze you. She's even been able to grow watermelons. While they might not be as large as the ones we typically find at the market, there's a unique joy and satisfaction in eating food you've grown yourself. This unique garden isn't without its drawbacks. Plant roots can sometimes damage the masonry, but for her, the benefits far outweigh the downside. Fewer, excellent water retention, and a solid use in.
Wow. That was. Stop playing, please. Yeah. Yeah. She didn't need a yard full of dirt to make that happen. That was pretty cool when I saw that. Yeah, imagine that's where she probably got the idea, Carol, was the fact that, you know, just observing her surroundings and knowing that, hey, between the bricks, there's all kinds of weeds growing. So why not take advantage of that? Yeah. And if you ever lifted a rock up off of the ground, it's always moist under there. And usually there's, you're going to find some earthworms too, which are beneficial. And if nothing else, you can use the earthworms for your for fishing. Yep. So, not a bad idea. I mean, considering I live on a mountainside and I could grow rocks better than I can grow a lot of things. But I still manage somehow. No, I don't reckon you'd want to grow the root veggies. I think if you had to, maybe put those in the actual ground, forego the bricks, unless you're in a situation like she was. You could always grow those in pots or plant bags, grow bags. Yeah. Okay. Not seeing. Yeah. You know what? It's funny you say that, Carol, because there was one time that I didn't want to go back around the other side of the house to grab the spade shovel, so I did. Grab a rock out of the yard. It was actually just I had a stack of rocks that I was going to use to border somewhere. I had a little area I had bordered out, and I used the rocks to border it. And I was gonna put wildflowers in there, but never did get around to it. There was this rock that was like this on one end. It was almost like a spaded hoe, and I used that. I felt like such a caveman, but it worked. Come on now. Oh yeah, we have something like that here too. I don't know what it is, but it it does, whatever I've got here kind of resembles a wild carrot. But I checked it out to make sure, and it wasn't a carrot. So whatever it was has all the characteristics, but it wasn't an actual carrot. It was some kind of weed that really didn't have any other use except just to be in your way. I I would I'd like to next time, if I can, I would like to get a couple pictures of this house up the road. If I could do it without being too invasive. I don't want to, jeopardize their privacy. But they got garden beds in front of their house right by the road. Their house sits pretty far back, but right by the entrance to the driveway, they have several raised beds, and the raised beds are actually all made out of rocks that they found around their property, and they stacked them up just like a raised bed, and then they filled them in with planting soil, you know, bagged soil, and then they just have all kinds of flowers in there, and it is just absolutely gorgeous in the spring when everything's bloomed out. It's just also a really nice thing to, you know, you look off to your left or your right depending on what side of the road you're on, and first thing you see are like you know, flowers popping up out of those flower beds, and of course then there's trees that kind of block the view of their home from the road, so you have something pretty to look at as you're riding by. But yeah, I thought that was a really cool idea. Not quite as big as your average, you know, raised bed like you might get off Temu or Walmart or something like that. But they really are ingenious. I'm not sure there's anyone to ask now because I think someone's passed away over there, and I don't know if anyone else can take care of it or not. It's a shame. It's a really nice little place there. It's by the road, but it's not like there's enough trees between the house and the road to secure it. Though you're not going to be too isolated in the fall now that we lose all the leaves off the trees. But yeah, pretty nice. I think they started to do the same thing around the other end of the property, but I guess something happened, and one of them, from what I understand, has passed away. So I'm not sure what's going to happen to the property. I don't know, too. There's another problem, too. I don't know who I talked to, but there was this guy working out there. I tried to give him a compliment, and he's all snippy about it, like I was invading his privacy. When you're, you know, 5 or 6 feet from the road, and I told him, I said, boy, that really looks nice. I like what you done with it. And he was all snippy about it. I'm like, thought to myself, all right, well, that's the last time I give anybody a compliment about their yard. Evidently, they did it just for themselves and not for anyone else to look at. So, whatever. Oh yeah, I bet that is pretty. And there's a tulip tree right behind my house. I think I've shown it to you all on several live streams, including mine. When that thing loses leaves, I had always wanted to stick some lights up in there. Just the clear white Christmas lights. Because when that thing loses its leaves, it really it's bare. It's like one of the first trees to lose leaves in my yard. And the leaves on those trees are huge, the tulip tree. There's another name for it, but that escapes me right now. But in the spring, it produces these big white flowers, kind of a cream colored flower. They have a mild scent to them. It's just a really pretty tree. And I remember back when I moved back to this area again, um, that tree was a little sapling. So that was 6 years ago. It was a little baby sapling, just a little sapling up there on the hill behind the house, and now it's I think about maybe 12, 14 feet tall now. Yeah, I do need to. I'm going to wait till all the leaves come off of it. Then I need to trim it by the power lines because it's getting pretty close to the power lines. But other than that, I like that little tree. I guess because I got to watch it grow, and it would look pretty spindly too when it was a sapling. The kid thought, yeah, no, he might have thought I was one of those, uh, the riffraff, as I call them, but I was just polite, and I don't know, he just got pissy with me, so whatever. Yeah, I don't, I got oaks here. Well, technically not in my yard. They're in the forest back here, but they're uh, they're not very they're not real stout looking now. They're not sickly, but I think they're just crowded. I think that's probably what the problem is. But uh, I go out there, and I know a squirrel. This squirrel over here that's appeared out of nowhere because we haven't had squirrels for a long time on this hill. Um, I know a squirrel and probably some not raccoons, but chipmunks have been eating, the acorns because I'll find them on the ground, and sometimes they're still attached to the branch. There'll be a twig with a couple leaves on it and about 3 or 4 acorns, and half the acorns are, partially eaten. So it's, you know, and I was up today because it was cool today. Well, we finally got a break from the heat, so it was a nice cool day today. And I flew the drone around sunset, which sunset wasn't very colorful at all. And I heard something big moving in the woods. I must have startled it, whatever it was. So I did investigate, but I didn't go very deep into the forest because, yeah, since they've been sighting bears over here, I don't want to take any chances. I'm in Casey County, Bachelor, or as we like to call it, Crazy County. Good evening, Shawnee. Yeah, it was nice today. I guess maybe in the 60s, maybe it might have been like mid to high, closer to 70. But it was nice. It was beautiful. It was actually cooler outside than what it was in the house, and 43 tonight. So 43 for Minnesota. Let's see. What is it going to be for me here in the bluegrass? Just waiting for my app to load up. Currently 73 degrees. Humidity is 82%. And it looks like our low tonight is going to be 68 degrees by 4 a.m. with a 15% chance of rain. Yeah, so 11 p.m. we're getting a 15% chance of rain, and right up to about 1 a.m. a 20% chance, and then it drops back down to 15%. So yeah, we're starting to get those fall temperatures, and the one thing that I always loved about fall, some people don't like it. It's all part of the process. I love the smell of the leaves and everything. And we have that here. Oh my God. I stepped out. It smells just amazing. I was like, yes, one of my favorite seasons. Yeah. That's today. That's right. That's today, isn't it? Today was the fall equinox, autumn equinox. Absolutely happy autumn equinox. Yeah. I forgot it was on the 22nd this year. Yep. I know I know South Florida sunshine. It's like, whoa, when did that happen? Yeah, we're there already. Oh, hallelujah. I love fall. Absolutely love fall. Um, I can live with winter. I'm not going to say it's my favorite season because it's not, but it's not my worst. Yeah. Yeah, that's go ahead, call him, give him a piece of your mind. Say, hey, my buddy Barry can't do his live stream without worrying about his internet. Hey, you know what? They can't. YouTube and nobody else can say that I'm doxing Kinetic, because Kinetic is a commercial entity. Their phone number is out there for the whole world to see. So I'm not doxing anyone. I'm just saying, look, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do this live stream tonight because the way things been acting all night. And earlier, somebody asked me to come up on their live, and I was like, nah, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to. But I took a chance tonight. I am seeing dropouts, a little bit of dropout here and there. So if it gets really bad, y'all let me know. There won't be much I could do about it. Carol says, I love fall, and yet we Floridians only find it through decorating and eating fall foods. Yeah. Well, that's just it. And, for me, hold up. Little baby, honey. I know. You and your sibling are falling out of my lap. I know, baby. I know. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. And, because squash is one of my favorite vegetables, and that's something I look forward to, especially when I grow up myself. So I'm kind of impatient. I want those yellow squash to hurry up. They're too little to do anything with right now. I want them to plump up, and then I'm gonna fry those up. I'll bread them up. I'll fry them, season them. That's what I'm talking about. some squash. I had butternut growing this year, so this is actually a first for me. I've grown it before, but I've never had it go to fruit, and this time it's actually going to fruit. So that's freaking amazing. It's awesome, and those are container grown. So Um, yeah, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that kind of turnout with the rent a hotspot from the library just to do live stream. Yeah, right. Yeah, gotta gotta go 14 miles south to do that. Well, 14 miles north or south. And last I checked, the one downtown in Liberty is free. Their Wi-Fi is free. But you got all those other places like restaurants and whatnot. They offer free Wi-Fi, which is kind of a crapshoot because sometimes their Wi-Fi is no better than what I have at home. So uh, you're taking a gamble there. I tried to do a live stream from the drone, and it just was not having it. I did a test run. It was unlisted. Uh, Only I could see it. It was really pixelated, so really not even worth watching. Let's see. Barry needs a late night Mickey D's be yeah coming to you from the men's bathroom. And could you imagine the reverb in there? It'd be horrid. Oh, yeah, they don't offer that here, Shawnee. Unfortunately, and uh, before it, I thought I was going to get a hot spot from AT&T until he explained to me all the process I have to go through to uh, to have one, and I weighed the options. I'm like, nah. First of all, I'd have to rig up some way to mount it in the window just to get signal off the tower. Because most of my phone calls on my cell phone are Wi-Fi phone calls. Thankfully, AT&T offers that service, and it doesn't matter what Wi-Fi you were using. Um, if it's an AT&T specific phone, like I've got a prepaid phone through AT&T, and it's a Motorola, so I get Wi-Fi phone calls when the cell tower signal's not strong enough. So that's a nice plus. And I don't have to pay for it. It just comes along with the package. Did you all see my community post today? I might even just show it here in a minute. Yeah, I'll show it here. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. And for those that didn't see it, you'll get to see it. This is what I had for dinner tonight. And yes, I know there's some bologna in there, but I just tried to without the meat thing, and it's just not. I may not eat as much meat, but I just cannot. Haven't eaten meat all my life. I don't think I could go without meat in my meal. So let's see if I can get this to show up on screen. It's probably not going to show. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. Present. So there we go. Yep, that's what I had. I'd actually eaten some of it before I took the pictures because I was hungry. I don't know what that is. What's a ovo lacto vegetarian? Yeah, and I was also watching the 2008 version of The Day the Earth Stood Still. So I was enjoying my meal and watching the movie. Eggs and dairy are allowed. Okay. Hmm. Hey, there's our Passamaquoddy. Good evening, do you? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, Passamaquoddy. And yes, those are, before anyone asks, though, yes, those are canned potatoes. No, they're not as good as fresh potatoes, but I didn't have any fresh potatoes, so I made do with what I had. So fried green tomatoes and fried diced potatoes, some seasoning, and a piece of bologna to go along with it. And I was a happy camper. I had all those green tomatoes, and I wanted to use them before they went bad on me. I'm one of those people that has to have, like there's certain things that you have, uh, at least once in the summertime or whatever, and around the holidays. So, like around the holidays, pumpkin pie is usually something I try to get at least one piece of. And, uh, fried green tomatoes. I have to have those at least once or twice in the summertime. So, technically not summer, but still a very summery type meal. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I used some of that olive oil, Carol. So, it was good. And our Passamaquoddy is just hanging in there like everyone else. Good to hear. Good to hear. Never had fried green tomatoes. Oh my gosh, you don't know what you're missing, girl. Uh, now the only thing I didn't have was um I used the last of my cornmeal, so I didn't have any cornmeal to mix in with the flour. But they don't look like they're breaded, but they were breaded. But just I did a bad job breading them, so uh, I didn't even try. I was just like, whatever, I don't care. I was having tomatoes, and that's all that mattered to me. But yeah, I put that cornmeal on the list of things to buy. Now I just got to remember I made a list. Well, that's it. Just it, Pastor McCarty. I'm stocked up in flour. I was just not stocked up in the cornmeal because I use a lot of cornmeal. And let's welcome live from Minnesota, Johnny.
Hello.
Hey, good evening.
So I was really excited to hear about your no meat journey, and it sounds like while I was setting up, you're gonna still incorporate bits of meat in meals. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, but not as much.
Is there a
Not as
specific type that you're like,
um
yep, we're gonna eat this?
well, my options are pretty limited, so
I know.
I can't have beef.
No.
So um it's probably going to be about the same, just not as much, like chicken and pork.
Okay.
Yeah, is that I can't give up meat. I've been a carnivore like all my life, or an omnivore, however you want to look at it. And I tried it and just like, I want some meat. The whole time I tried it for like a week and a half, and I was like, I want meat. The whole time I'm just like, this meal is missing meat.
Yeah, it's important to listen to your body. For me, I can do breakfast, lunch, no meat, but by supper, I better have some meat. I couldn't have made it even a day. I don't think.
Yeah. No, I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy at all. Um, yeah, and see that was one thing right there hurt my heart the most this summer, was the fact that the this time it wasn't animals that did my corn in. It was actually the weather. We had some pretty nasty storms, and I thought, oh, they'll bounce back. They always do, but no, they were broke in the middle, and I tried to nurse them back, and they were gone. So no corn this year.
Corn's hard, if you ask me. It's hungry and it's finicky, and everything
Mhm.
wants to eat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know what I get at my back door every night. So
I do, yes.
so
And now
yeah,
there's a bear around too. Yeah.
yeah. Now there's a bear. Dang it. Yeah, I love sweet corn, but
Well, that's a good point, South Florida Sunshine. The canned, like, okay, mackerel, sardines, tuna. What other things? Is it stuff I don't buy, but it's great to have because it's on the shelf, and if you can find it on sale, they have ones canned in olive oil and one canned in water. But do you eat that kind of stuff?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm not. I buy it for the nutrients and the protein, but I'm not a big fan of salmon at all, because there were some points in my life where um, that's all we had left over, you know, cans of salmon. I was like,
Uh-huh.
I knew what was coming.
Right.
I could smell it. I was like on the other side of the house, and I could smell it frying. I'm like, salmon patties. Okay.
Everyone has that usually. This thing that you ate as a child so much because it's what you had to do, and you're not going to put it on your adult meal plan, that's for sure.
Oh no, this was as an adult. My first marriage. Yeah.
This was from your
We
okay, gotcha.
yeah we hit some hard times. We were trying to help my wife's mother, or my ex-wife's mother at the time. She was having a hard time paying the mortgage and everything else. So we
Mhm.
moved in, but then on the same token, we were all kind of trying to budget, and you always have that one person who throws the budget way out of whack, and I won't say who that was, but yeah. So
We would
yeah,
get, canned salmon in a package that I used to qualify for, and I didn't know what to do with it, and I don't want it. I'd give it to the dog.
yeah,
I'm not eating it.
yeah.
Sorry, I don't care how hungry I'm not I'm not eating it.
Well, I'm sure my cats would love a whole, just part of a can of salmon. I'm sure they would just tear
Yeah,
that up,
yeah, and
you
stink up
because
the whole place.
I can't open a can of. I don't know if you know that if you even mess with a can, from the store, canned chicken, but
I have
it smells like tuna.
yeah,
I don't know what the hell's up with that. Why does it smell like tuna?
isn't that weird?
And my cats are just like, choo, like that. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, parting the Red
Yeah,
Sea here.
yeah.
And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
Oh, Yeah, I just picked up Keystone Meats in a can. So I got chicken, pork, ground beef, shredded beef, and they were pretty big cans. So I'm excited to
Yeah.
try them.
Was it any good?
I haven't opened anything yet. I
Oh,
just got
okay.
it. I was building a box for any kind of reason if we don't have power or if we need to leave or if we want to go camping. It's just meals in a
Yeah.
box. And I had one already set up, but everything was getting close to that date where you should consider eating it maybe.
Yeah.
And I was just wanting, I had new ideas coming across my notifications about ones that I really want to try. So I got everything together and put it in the box, but I haven't made any of the meals.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unfortunately, I learned to make those patties. Much as I regretted it, I couldn't stand the smell for one thing. But I mean, it's not like, I would turn it down if that was all I had. I would probably eat it, but I'm really picky with my fish. Like, you know, um, I like most shellfish. Um, I have to be, apparently fish has fat, certain fish has fat. So I have to be careful with some of that. But yeah, I don't know. I just can't go without meat. I tried.
Did you try the bean burger patty thing?
No, that was one of the
Okay.
things that I was gonna try was like the black bean burgers.
Yeah, there's like a mix and then you make it a patty. I'm guessing you fry it in a pan?
Yeah,
Or
apparently you can just fry it just like a regular burger patty.
I've never had
Yeah,
one.
I haven't either. And the Beyond Burger thing, I had too many people just telling me, dude, don't waste your money on it. Like at Hardee's, because
Uh,
Hardee's is my favorite restaurant, but I just, like,
you have a Hardee's there?
yeah, I got
Yeah, we have a
several.
Hardee's here. Yeah.
Yeah, we have we have a combo Hardee's in town, in our, I guess you call it our county seat. It's a red burrito. I think that's, yeah.
I don't know what that is. Okay.
It's a Hardee's brand. So we have a Hardee's, and then
Okay.
it's like split up. But you look at the menu. One side is the
Yeah, it's
Mexican
in one
food,
building. I
Mexican
get it.
American food, yeah,
Okay.
and the other side is burgers and stuff. So, and then of course there's the Carl's Jr. So I think like the extreme east part of Kentucky actually has a Carl's Jr., which is Hardee's. It's a Hardee's brand.
I've seen the name. Yeah, I've never ate at
Yeah,
Carl's Jr. though.
yeah. But Hardee's has like a nostalgic thing for me because our CB club years ago, back in the 90s, we always met at a Hardee's, and they always loved us coming in there because they knew that we were going to buy and we were going to be there several hours. They
Yeah.
didn't fuss or complain or tell us we had to leave. They were just like, "Would you like another cup of coffee, honey?" It's just like,
Right.
dude, we're like kings back here. And customers would look, they were like, well, who's this bunch of people? And you look in the parking lot, every car had a CBN 10 on it.
Yeah.
They should have gave it away right there.
Right. We have a monthly, I think it's monthly. The sheriff will meet people at Hardee's to talk, like a
Oh, yeah.
breakfast coffee with the sheriff. They meet at Hardee's.
It's cool. Yeah. Well, yeah, Hardee's has got sort of that homey feel to it for some reason. I don't know why, but like back when I didn't give a crap, and I was eating burgers, yeah, I
Oh,
like tried every limited edition burger that they put out, and
yeah.
I think the one that stood out to me was the El Diablo because it was hot, spicy.
You like spicy.
Yeah.
Do you still like spicy now?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, the fried green tomatoes and What are you doing back there?
Oh, that was the other thing. I love that you used canned potatoes because there's nothing wrong with that. You
No,
know, I think I have canned potatoes just in case I run out of potatoes, you know?
I buy them in bulk.
Wonderful.
So from Walmart, you get them where they're all pre-packed. It's 6 cans to a pack. Yeah,
Great. Is it the whole or the sliced or which
yeah,
kind?
diced. Yeah,
Diced. Yeah.
love the diced ones because ooh, they're popping off back there.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, so it's I try to keep that stuff stocked, and I'm doing a pretty bad job of it here lately because I was hitting the veggies pretty hard because I realized, whoa, I really haven't been eating veggies because I'm counting what's in my little thing over here. It's my little pantry,
Like your
and I'm like,
pantry inventory? Yeah.
oops, yeah, running a little low, so I better buy some more.
Right. This holiday season, it's usually your green beans and corn that go on sale.
And I buy the salt free.
Right.
So, which I think has it's more of a garden flavor to it. Like you just got it out of the garden and processed it
Yeah.
over what you get that's got salt in it. Because
Mhm.
usually it's got too much sodium. And I feel it. Well, I feel it. My head starts hurting and everything. So I was like, well, I could do sodium free. I don't care. I can
Right.
add salt, right?
Then you have more control over it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was like one thing my doctor always pointed out. He said, well, you don't use much salt, do you? I said, no, sure don't. I'd like to see you use more salt, please. I'm like, well, if you looked at the ingredients of food these days, Doc,
Right.
it's a crapshoot.
Passamaquoddy talks about I have instant potato flakes, just add water. I did pick up a new batch of those because they are handy dandy.
Yeah. Uh, actually, hold on.
They have ones like loaded baked potato and four cheese and chives. You can get home style, regular. The ones that are just plain technically last longer because they don't have the extra ingredients that could become rancid. But I think they're a wonderful thing to have.
And I don't, like just because it's just me, I don't go with the small pack. I get the family size pack. So,
Yeah,
and
those.
these keep in the fridge even after you open them.
And there's
Now, I
many
would,
things to do with it.
right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Potato soup.
You add it to
Now,
soup to thicken it. Yep. You can make a
I,
bun with it, a potato bun with flour.
yeah. Yeah. Potato cakes.
Mhm,
Love potato cakes.
mhm.
I make my potato soup with a package of this stuff. I
Good.
don't use the buttery. This is buttery home style. I use
Yeah.
the red,
Oh, the
this
red
brand.
potatoes.
Yeah, the red potato,
Yep.
something I can't remember what they call it. But yeah, perfect, perfect flavor. This is too buttery for my taste for potato soup. This is too buttery.
Baby reds.
Yeah, baby red. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mhm.
Dark Paul.
Yeah, I think they're a wonderful thing to have in the pantry. Because I've had times in the past where my husband made them to eat something because I was not helping in that department. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really not a fan of eating a mashed potato. I will take a potato in any form, but a mashed potato is like the lowest on my list. But I love the versatility of it and the quickness of it. Like that's something that's in my box with a can of beef.
Yeah, I do. I do love mashed potatoes though, so I have to like. I get this. I just get a craving just randomly out of nowhere. It's like I want mashed potatoes. I go in there and you know,
Yeah.
like you saw the bag. I already used it out
Boil
of
some
it.
water and yeah.
Yeah, it's done. You're not. It's not like the box stuff where you have to add butter, and milk to it, and all, then water. And it's like
Correct. Yeah.
I don't want to do all that. You know, just
Mhm.
hot water, the potato flakes, you're gold, you know?
Correct.
But
Yeah, who's all in the chat? Type of one or something. Who are you? Who's in there? We got Passamaquoddy, South Florida Sunshine. Anybody else? Gardening
we got
Warrior Q.
people watching.
Show yourselves.
Come on. Don't be afraid. We don't bite much.
Hey, somebody listened. We got a 1.
uh, who's in here? Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
there we
didn't-
go.
Yeah. Cal's posting.
Do you keep canned fruit in your pantry? And what kinds, if you do?
Usually pears.
Okay.
I don't like peaches in the can.
I have a fresh peach right here in a bowl, but I'm not going to eat it in a can unless maybe I canned it, but I don't like it when it's
Okay.
canned at the
Yeah,
store.
but jarred version of canned veggies and fruits are the bomb.
Way different. Yeah, I agree.
But the fruit in a can, it's like the
Oh,
pear.
no. Yeah.
The pear somehow or another, if it's got the syrup in it, like the heavy syrup, perfect in my book. Not as good as in a jar, but I could do it.
We keep pineapple. Now, I like
Oh
frozen
yes.
pineapple. I like water bath canning pineapple. I like frozen pineapple. I keep pineapple juice and I keep canned pineapple.
Yeah.
Because I think it tastes pretty decent and it's useful as an ingredient.
Doesn't seem to matter what brand either. Just
Right.
I mean,
But yeah, we
I
don't
was.
keep a lot of canned peaches either.
I mean, I was raised on stuff like Del Monte,
Yep.
but I don't care. I mean, I'll get an off brand. I don't care because
Yeah,
to
like
me
the
it's the
stores
same.
brand.
Yeah. Oh baby, what's the matter?
Dehydrated fruit. Yep. We buy freeze dried fruit a lot because I have 2 kids. Well, the 2 kids that like the freeze dried fruit also like dried fruit, but my other kid won't eat any of those versions. We have pie fillings. That's like a fruit in a can. That counts, right? Pie
Yeah,
fillings.
in
Yeah.
my book it counts.
Right.
I'll use stuff like this too.
Is it powdered? Yeah.
I don't use the box. I use these little cans because
hmm
these are easier to manage.
So I used to keep a carton of buttermilk powder in the pantry, but I don't anymore just because I wasn't reaching for it enough to justify having it really.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, I replaced. There for the longest time, I was getting the Kentucky Colonel pre-seasoned flour, and
That's a
it's really
thing?
good.
That's a thing? I didn't know
Yeah,
that was a thing.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Kentucky Colonel. It's pretty good. It's got just the right amount of spice to it.
Seasoned flour. Okay.
Yeah,
Does it come in a box, it looks like?
yeah.
I'm checking it out right now.
Tasty stuff.
I want
It
to know
sticks to whatever you're cooking.
I like frozen veggies kind of more than a canned veggie, to be honest. I think that's a texture thing for me, and obviously I like fresh better. So we don't
Yeah,
keep a whole lot of like canned carrots. I'll go do that. Yeah, canned carrots for sure.
yeah. I got
But
canned carrots like you wouldn't believe,
those are amazing to use because you can put it in a soup because they're already soft,
and
or you
stew.
do brown sugar with butter.
Yeah, yeah. I use it canned in a stew usually. I make chicken noodle soup. I'll use a can of mixed veggies in there, and I might add a can of
Yes.
carrots or something to
Yes.
kind of because sometimes you get that can that, yeah, it looks like mixed veggies, but it's not got that flavor to it. It's a little bit metallic. I guess metallic maybe. So I add other stuff to it, and it might double the amount of soup I make. But hey, it's fine because that means I'm not cooking. Maybe I could get that out of the freezer out of a Ziploc, a week later. And,
Hmm.
it's ready for me. Just Bayou Sugar Garden. How you doing?
Hi. What's on your mind?
My sinuses are trying to drain. I'm not sure if it's a gluten-free type flour, but for me, I mean, I've never had any issues, so I don't look for gluten-free stuff.
I did
But
the testing to see if I was truly allergic to gluten, and thankfully I'm not truly allergic to it. I just was having a reaction. So I'm still eating gluten in certain forms.
yeah,
Thankfully, because that was going to be a really hard life change if I was allergic to it. I was going to ask if you do, because you like spicy things, is where my mind went. If you do like cream cheese and cheddar cheese and bacon bits in a jalapeno on a grill.
um,
Did you ever get propane?
I've no, not yet. I've actually made stuffed jalapenos
Yeah,
with the cream cheese
right.
and and my it might be overkill, but what I do is I'll set aside some of the jalapenos to dice up and put in with the cream cheese mixture.
Okay.
So, you're not going to go without jalapeno with mine.
Right.
It's going to be a lot of bacon, a lot of cheese, a lot of yum.
In every bite. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
I think what I did one year, because I had leftover like jalapeno poppers, I think what I did was you kind of like butterfly open a chicken breast and you
mhm.
stuff it in there and roll it up
Oh,
and then cook it. I think that's what
yes.
we did. And I did like that, but it was kind of a lot of work. Like it was a lot of steps and I don't really love jalapeno poppers. My husband can't eat them anymore, so it's not really on our menu, but that was good.
Well, come here. What are you hiding for? Oh my God. It's wound up. It just it did this thing to my leg, and then I thought it wanted attention, so I went to pick it up, and it went pow 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 away from me. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
so I was just wanting to play. Three of the siblings are asleep. So,
Okay.
what was that other thing I made with cream cheese and peppers?
Sometimes people put everything bagel seasoning on cream cheese and like those little mini snack bell peppers. I've seen that.
Yeah. Oh, stuffed bell peppers. Last time I had any was Bud Banquet. Ugh, they were horrible. I got to make it myself
Like
because
it
when I make
had
them,
the rice kind where there's rice inside of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like this. It wasn't beef. I don't know what it was, but it portrayed itself as beef.
I was also gonna ask if you were interested in making like a veggie lasagna. Because you could use part of your squash in that. Because you eat pasta, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I need pasta in my diet. I mean,
That's what I
actually need
thought.
it, not just love it, but yeah,
Veggie lasagna would be something to try.
absolutely. Let's see. You just scrapped my leg up and took off running.
So South Florida Sunshine needs like, what's the next level? Is it a serrano? You need stuffed serrano peppers because a jalapeno isn't cutting it. Is that spicier than a jalapeno? She
Hmm.
needs the next level. Have you had pickled jalapenos then? Like the slices? You can put them on sandwiches and
Yeah, I've had
pizza.
whole ones too.
Yeah.
The whole ones are way better because they don't turn soggy. You
Do you
know, the
eat,
slices are in the fridge too
well,
long. They
they're
turn
not crispy, right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. I usually, I know
You're
it's
not a
wasteful.
buzzkill. She's oh my goodness. Just honest about what works and what doesn't. And there are other people out there that have the same thing going on. They can't have a lot of cream cheese. Pepperoncinis, canned or jarred. Are they pickled? Probably pickled pepperoncinis.
Yeah, they're pickled. Yeah,
Yeah,
those are good too.
those are fun. And then like in a glass jar, there'll be roasted red peppers in oil. That's a fun thing to keep on the shelf because you can add that to pasta.
I
You
don't
can
think
even
I've
make
tried that yet.
you can even make a sauce with roasted red bell peppers because they're soft in the jar. So, oh my goodness, I get to see
Welcome, the
Randall.
Kentucky Goblin.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I had a bad day, but I'm okay now. I talked it
Oh,
out a little.
well, I don't know how to process that.
How are you today?
I'm just, if I was in better, it'd be illegal.
Oh God.
Well, it
I'm
probably
gonna
is. Most countries, it probably is illegal.
Oh my God, what just happened? My
Not to be
emergency light just
sarcastic. No, it's
that was creepy.
What was it?
So I have a Red Cross emergency light plugged into the outlet and it has the motion on and it's in my living room. So if something goes by it, it'll turn on, or if we lose power, it'll turn on. And it just turned on.
Oh, I
But
wonder if your power blinked.
the vent is not blowing air and no toys are being because there's some stuff on the floor, of course. Nothing moved. And I don't think it can sense me over here. I'm out of the eyes. That was weird. Hello.
Johnny's over there having paranormal experience.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna use the loo. I'll be right back.
South Florida Sunshine. We
oh,
went.
then.
We had put a fuel filter in the van and tried to drive it home from the shop that we were at. It's at the Offset Garden, and I got a quarter mile, and I was like, "This isn't right." But I drove it all the way to my house anyways. And so today we did plugs, wires, and the distributor cap, which didn't go well. The screws stripped, and we had to tap and die a new situation for that. And we went to start it, and what happens is it starts and dies, starts and dies. So there's a couple of things we can look at now. Is there crap in the line? And then we need to get the fuel pressure gauge out to see, because the pump's turning on, but it might not be pushing out enough pressure anymore and it's going out.
That's what it
So
sounds like to me.
yeah, so the options are with that, the pump is internal in the gas tank. And so
Uh-huh.
technically normally this is a 95 G20 Chevy van. You would drop it, which means I'm now replacing straps and bolts because everything is rusty. It's Minnesota. But yeah, thank you. Actually, what we're going to do is take the bench seat out, rip the carpet up, cut a hole in the floor, access through there, put the floor back, caulk it, put the carpet back. And if
That would be an easier option.
that's
I
what
would
we're going to
think that'd
do.
I think it'd be easier to do.
But you know what we're also going to do at the same time is we're going to look for a new ride for me cuz there's a lot of reasons why. I'm not going to get into it, but we're going to do both. We're going to get it fixed hopefully and look for something else and go from there. But it's very stressful for me because I get attached to my vehicles. Like today, I had to clean it out, and I keep like a living room's worth of stuff in it. It's a van, and I'm bawling because I'm like, it's the death of my van. I have to figure out a new vehicle,
Oh, man,
ANG3.
it can be fixed. It just have to do with what you said you was going to do.
Right, and we're not taking it to a professional shop because that would be
They'll,
$1,000.
well, they'll
We're
rip
doing
you
it.
off too.
Yeah, I'm not doing that
They'll rip you off.
because
If
we
you can
just
do it
put.
yourself, you're better off doing it.
We have the resources and people and time to try it. Yeah. Because on
Okay.
Tuesday, we're taking a field trip to an hour and a half away to go to the science museum. And I'm panicking because we can't fit in my husband's vehicles, all of us. So I'm borrowing a vehicle currently so we can go on our field trip. And hopefully it goes well.
Well, you know what? There's a pretty good, easy, straightforward way of fixing that fuel pump. If it is that, which
Mhm.
it's a good chance it is. Even though it comes on, it still could be not putting enough pressure in the lines to keep it running.
Right.
I would check my fuel filter also.
Yeah, that's what we replaced 2 days ago.
Well, then,
Because that's the whole thing started with I went to drive out to the offsite garden where the shop is, and I was losing acceleration and it wasn't getting fuel, and then it was not restarting, and we go, it's a fuel problem. Went to take the fuel filter off and it was just clogged, terrible mess. He said he cleaned
you,
out the lines when he put the new one on.
I don't know how hard it would be to get to it, but if you could find the main line, gas line, uh, take it off the motor, and put your finger over it while it's
And
turned
feel
on,
it. Yeah.
and see if it's putting any kind of pressure on it. That way, but you can get a fuel gauge and put on there. I mean, pressure gauge, and it'll tell you if it's.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
That'd be the easiest way to do it.
Cause yeah, I bet it's dying.
Just cut your hole right over top of it and fix it, and go to Lowe's and get you a plate, and go right back over top of it, and be done
Right.
with it.
Right.
Bolt it right to it and be done with it.
Yeah, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna see if
That's
that
what I
works.
would do. If it was mine, that's what I'd do.
Yeah. Cause I feel like this van still has a lot of life in it.
Hmm.
I really do.
I'd, you know, it's all inside. Nobody's going to see it, and it don't matter anyway.
Yeah, and then the carpet goes back on top because I go, okay, is there gonna be like
Yeah.
vapor leaks and I'm gonna smell gas all the time? And they go, no, we're gonna seal it. And I said, okay.
Get you a little bit of sealant, go around the bottom of the plate and sit right over top of it, bolt it to it. Good
Right.
enough.
Right.
You know.
Because we've seen it done before in a van that we used to have.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And also, you'll have your secret agent type trap door. You can go out if you have to.
Okay.
You may want to cut you another one. You know, just have a secret escape route.
I should
You
have
know.
just a little stash hole.
Well,
the
escape
floor.
route, you know, and then you get pulled over and the cop looks at us and says, what's this doing here? That's my escape route. That's my escape, thing.
Passamaquoddy. That what I told my daughter. They want over $1,000 to do the front end brakes only on her car. That's BS. Yeah, it's all about the hours. How many hours does it take to do that? Bayou Sugar Garden. Sounds like my issue on my 2017 GMC Terrain. I was told I need a new engine. It has a oil leak and temperature gauge would go up.
Temperature gauge going up is something. It could be the thermostat, and the oil leak. It's
Yeah, those are two different things.
once they start leaking like that, it could be a oil pan. It depends on where it's leaking. If it's leaking down around the oil pan, that can be fixed. It's
Mhm.
really easy. And if it's temperature gauge, it's either water pump or your thermostat.
Hmm.
Yeah, we've
It
done
can
that.
also be your heater cord.
Yeah, well, if it does it with the heat on,
Yeah. That's how you would
And
test
if
that.
it don't,
especially if you start noticing that your heat is not hot.
yeah,
And
Right.
also check under your rug. Check your rug to make sure your rug isn't wet with a greasy feel to it. because if it is, it's most definitely your heater core, because those are usually in the dash.
Yeah, right in the dash. Yeah.
And when they go bad, they will start to leak and they will make your carpet wet with a greasy residue when you touch the wetness with the moisture.
No,
It's
it's got an oil leak in it. It's if it's depends on where it's at. Probably the oil pan gasket. You know, could be just need to a boat needs to be
Oh,
tightened
look.
up.
She's
I'll tighten-
mukbanging on this live stream. She's definitely one of us.
I've tightened
having-
boat before and took care of it.
I'm having peaches.
Ah, there you go. We talked about it. Now you're wanting some peaches. Well, that's good. We're encouraging healthy eating on this channel anyway. Yeah, I like to work on cars, just not as. Last one I worked on was my Jeep. I had to replace
I got
most
one
of my brake
sitting,
system.
I got one sitting out there right now. I
Yes.
got a water pump on and a belt.
Hugo Homestead.
Ooga.
So Bayou Sugar Garden, are you looking
Well,
to
there you
replace
go.
those, or are you gonna just start over with another vehicle?
There you go. That's an easy fix.
It is, yeah. Without a shop, you don't
I
need
mean,
a
if
shop.
if you're able to fix it yourself.
Mhm.
I mean, if you're not, then that's a different story.
GT Junior.
GT Junior, what's going on? Good to see you.
The vehicles with computers, like a DIC and a Silverado on a 2018, all on the dash. It was like
Yeah.
we had to change the oil, and then you have to reset it. And it's just the weirdest thing. It's turn the power on the key and push the gas 3 times, shut it off, and I'm like, who programmed? That's what we do to reset the
No,
gas,
it's okay.
the
I mean, I
oil,
had
you know?
my 2000 Jeep Grand Cherokee had this issue with the security system.
Oh
And
no.
it kept thinking I was stealing it,
Yes.
which Chrysler's idea of a security system for that vehicle was you could start it, it'll run, you'll go a few feet. Let's say you might go about maybe 500 feet and it'll kill itself. And my security system on my computer was just so screwed up. And I'd say the a-hole that done my motor in probably did me a favor, because it would have cost me I could have taken the computer out, sent it off, had the security system deleted out of the database, and then they could have sent it back to me. I had to pay not only for the work, but I would have had to pay for the shipping there and back. And I was like, So I figured out how to bypass it, but it was only temporary. And so, like, it'll bypass it for a while, and then one day you'll go out there and try to start it. It'll run. It'll go about, 500 feet and then shut off. That's their way of keeping someone from going too far with your car, but it was a pain in the butt. Oh, yeah. Hugo says car was $300, dental work $700. It's going to be my week. Ouch. I don't have the tools I used to have. Tools,
Yeah,
the tools,
tools.
unfortunately, were in the back of my Jeep.
Oh.
I miss my Cherokee. It was so
told I
much fun to drive.
I was told I couldn't get a Jeep anymore because all the different
Anymore.
like metric versus standard crap.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Well,
can't afford them anymore. And I'd have to get an older one because the new ones are junk.
at that, well, yeah. See, 2000 all the way back is what you want. This anything past 2000, forget it.
I've
You
had
just, you just,
3. I've had 3 Jeeps. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They
I
don't
miss
fit
mine.
kids very
I
well
miss
though.
mine like
Get your Jeep Willie. A Jeep Willie.
no. Well, I had 3 older ones that stayed home all the time anyway, so it didn't make any difference. But yeah, they weren't made to hold much more than 5 people.
Yeah.
But,
Oh,
that Jeep got me in and out of a lot of hairy situations. So
you
but I'm kind of like you, Shawnee. I get attached to a vehicle.
I really do. Yeah.
And then when it's not there,
Shawnee's not supposed to have Jeep Cherokees. That's 2 different tribes. You can't mix 2 different tribes
Not
together.
supposed to mix.
They
Yeah.
war with each other,
Yeah.
and it's not going to work.
Can't park them next to each other. What are we talking about
No,
here?
you can't do that.
No.
I know you mean well, but I mean,
A lot of the
sometimes-
vehicles end up in the junkyard after we're done with them because we just run them where they're used and we run them till they're done.
That's the way to do it. Run them till they can't run no more. Patch them,
Like,
patch them,
We
keep running 'em.
he drove his last van to the junkyard with no back doors because we kept them, and then he ripped the whole front end parts off and headlights and everything. And it was a 30-minute, is it 25-minute drive? Yeah. We've towed him there. We've drove him there. We've had to
like
have him
something
picked
I
up.
would do.
Yeah,
Well,
I've heard it done before.
He was making money off of the part,
Yeah, these new vehicles are crap. I don't care what brand it is, they're
The
all crap.
prices are terrible. The pricing is terrible.
Yeah, they're not worth near what they're asking for 'em a lot, even used.
I wish the used car market would drop back down because it's inflated. Yeah.
Yeah, I did not even expect that. I figured, at least that would give everybody a break. But nope, used cars are just as bad.
Yeah, I've got a Tar. I was looking at past before you. That's what my other car is a Taurus that I got to put a water pump on. Built. It's got 200 and some thousand miles on it.
Yeah.
It still runs pretty good.
Yeah.
I can get 350, 400 miles out. 4,000, I know can. I just ain't got around to fixing it. I
Right.
need to.
No, it's not going to show, is it? Oh, there it goes. Just when I was about to give up. Hey, Dark Paul. Yep. It was fun while it lasted. The only thing I didn't really care for was the cloth seats in it, but they're better
Okay.
than vinyl because vinyl gets hot in the summertime and it burns your
Yeah.
butt,
Mhm.
your back, and legs. Yeah.
There was
Yeah, that was
the
a sick. That is.
What?
Thing on that being cut you off.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shawnee.
I usually look around for the older cars when like I said, I just don't. I got a Kia, 2019 model. It's only got like 40,000 miles on it, but I mean, I had to have something reliable. That's the newest car I've ever had. I've always had older cars.
Hmm.
It's a
Yeah.
nice car though.
Yeah, but you know, it's not an American car. I'm afraid to even go buy it. I'm afraid it might have communistic tendencies towards me or something. You know. The Kia is made in Korea. Well, we know it's South Korea because it's definitely not North Korea because it wouldn't even be half of what it is. But it's still a good, decent car, you know. It is, you know. Every time I get in and drive it, I feel like I'm in Korea or something, you know, driving down the road on the wrong side.
You know, I'm gonna worry if he comes to pick me up and he's talking to me and I don't understand him. It's in Korean. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, I think I forgot something at the house." Better keep myself in the house.
You pay now or get out. You pay now or get out. There's no taxi cab. So sorry. There's no taxi cab. Well, I'll tell you what, for her first car, if it was mine, I wouldn't want no small. You want something that's easy on gas, but you don't want something that if something was to happen, heaven forbid, that like my car, my Kia Soul, if I ever have an accident, it won't be enough left of it to scrape up and put in a shoebox. But I don't know. A hearse.
The first cars that I've seen with teenagers, it really depends on the parents' budget. It could be a Ford Tempo, or it could be a Chevy Malibu, a Chevy Impala. I've seen those for
Yeah, I
cars.
give them a good a sedan type vehicle, something like it, somewhere
Like-
in there, you know.
My first vehicle was a Blazer, so that's because I liked the SUV
Well,
stuff.
I'm looking at past recordings there. That any car you get nowadays is gonna have that electronic stuff on it. You can't get away from it. My God. If that soul ever starts acting up, it's gonna cost me.
It's a shame they're not making them anymore, but the Dodge Neon was a good starter car too.
I had one of them.
Oh, I
Mhm.
haven't seen a lot of those.
Yeah,
I
they
had
quit
one of them.
making
The only thing I didn't like about them was the water pump. If you had to replace the water pump, you had to retime the whole motor.
Mhm.
Nah, I didn't like that. That was
Like what is it? Was it an Oldsmobile? Those are a bigger car.
I'd get her a Taurus or something like that, or something Chevy, sedan type vehicle, like a, something like that. I want to get her nothing fast.
Nothing fast.
Get her about a 4-cylinder and say, there it is. Either drive it or walk or get a taxi. You got your options. Here's your car, little 4-cylinder, easy on gas, and go in underneath the hood, and where the gas pedal goes into the motor, fix it to where she can't mash on the gas very much. Cut the governor back on it. He'd be going down the road about 30 mile an hour, and the foot plummet the floorboard.
Cavalier. I loved all the Cavaliers I had. They were.
Oh yeah.
They were
We had a Cavalier.
back when they first came out, not the latest models, but
Yeah,
back when they first came out.
I actually had two. One was made by Cadillac. It was the same car as a Cavalier, GM made it. Same car. They put Cadillac and they gave it all kinds of nice stuff in it.
I'm
They
reading a
had
list.
leather seats, power, everything. It was nice inside. And
There's a list. I said, okay, what first car is good for a teenager? And this list is hilarious. It says Honda Civic, Toyota Corolla, Toyota Prius, Mazda 3, Toyota Prius Prime. Who wrote this list?
a Prius.
None of these are within a price range for a teenager. What the? What?
Somebody wanted to give me one, but I had to go to Texas to get it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think I had to pay the transfer or whatnot, but and I was like, yeah, Texas, yeah, that's a long way to go for a Prius.
Yeah, well, that'd be okay for a while, but
No, you wouldn't survive on this hill.
it wouldn't last too long. If you move down to the bottom there, it'd be all right. But
Yeah. Well, that's a good possibility. Just have to
Well,
see.
their first cars need to be something that they can get used to, and no sporty cars. Stay away from that.
Something that if it gets wrecked, it's not going to be a big
Give them-
deal.
Don't let them.
Go to the junkyard and find you 2 or 3 different cars and make one out of it.
There we go. Now we're talking about a
Say,
lesson.
Here,
I like
here's
this.
your car. It'd be a Dodge and a Ford and a Toyota and a Mack truck, and all that all combined into one car.
It depends on what you want for your kid and what climate you live in. Like, are you looking for a bunch of safety features? Are you looking for something that can handle blizzards, snow totals? Like, I don't. There's a whole bunch of things to consider.
The first thing I'd do, and which I didn't, but I wished I had them, is go in there and yank the radio out, or at least kill the fuse in it.
I think Buick is a good idea.
I take the fuse off the radio where they can't turn the radio off. At least till they get some experience behind the wheel anyway. Even with me, sometimes it's a distraction.
Do you think is it 16 for all states to drive with a license? Is it 16 in your state?
I'm not
Do you
sure.
know? Okay. I just think that might be too young.
Well,
I don't know.
16 years old is the minimum, but you can get a hardship thing where if you're younger.
We have farmers permits here. You can drive farm equipment so many miles out of the farm property. What do you have to be? 12 or 15?
A lot of people learned on the farm how
Yeah.
to drive.
Yeah, it makes it easier to teach them later when they've driven something.
I learned how to drive a standard in a VW Carmageia wagon, in the back of in a field behind the house. My friend was like, "You want to learn how to drive stick?" And I said, "Sure." And he's like, "Well, have at it." He put me in the driver's seat. He didn't say anything. He just had a stupid grin on his face, and I'm like, "Okay, all right, I see." Because I've watched my dad drive his all the time. He always had a car with standard in it. And I messed up a couple times. And then after that, I was just like shifted through them gears. He's like, "Well, son of a..."
lucky.
That was a Carmageia, though. They were easy to... VWs were easy to drive.
I took my driver's test in a manual transmission, 4-wheel drive Ford pickup truck, F-150.
I took mine in a retired police car. Mine was a Brom, retired police car from Columbus, Ohio. I failed the first test because the cop messed me up. It was a road that was set back away from the main road. So the stop sign was like 20 feet from the road. And he got me on that one. But the second guy that gave me the test, he's like, "Is this a police car?" And I said, "Yep, it's a retired police cruiser from Columbus, Ohio." He said, "I kind of remember these Chevys." That was Blue Ash, Ohio, when I took my driver's test. He was cool though. So he said, "I'm gonna let you go on one thing," and I was like, "What was it?"
My first one was given to me by a woman, state trooper, and then I failed that one. Dad said, "Okay, you'll pass it when you go back down there. I guarantee it." Oh, really? Went down there and it was a male state trooper, and him and Daddy good buddies. So he didn't give me no break. Hey, only thing he gave me a break on was parallel parking. He says, I got everything done. I was pulling up here beside it in parallel park. There wasn't no car there, just invisible. So pretend there's a car there and a parallel park. Okay. Oh my God, you just backed over that back car. Pull out and do it again. I done it about 3 times. I said, "I think you've had enough. Here, you pass." He just want to make sure I do it. You know, I don't parallel park. Very seldom have I ever, and I've been driving since I was 18, and very seldom, I can count on one hand the times I parallel parked.
So, the first time, were you distracted by the uniform or the?
No, it just she was a bee.
Oh,
She just
okay.
a regular bee, buddy.
I don't know what they were like back then, but
she wasn't going to pass me if I had an AI computer sitting there driving. She would have still failed me. And I'll fix you because you're a male. I'm gonna fix you because I don't like you. That was just a vibe I got. Oh, I like your gun. What caliber is it? You'll find out when I pull it out and shoot you with it.
Huh?
Okay, calm down. No, I've done everything. I've done everything she told me to do. Everything. It did. And I wasn't the only one she done it to. She failed only how many people she failed. And
she must have been unhappy.
Stupid. Yeah, she did a bit more need to be out there than nothing. I guess she was going to limit the people who had licenses. I guess that was her, motive. I guess. You'll pass it. You'll pass it next time you go down there. Just pay attention to what you're doing. It was him. It was a male state trooper there. You know them well. And of course, as soon as I seen him, I know who he was. And he didn't cut me no slack. Only on parallel parking. That was it. Usually that's the thing they'll fail you on. Is parallel parking, they'll fail you. Which I don't even know if they still do parallel parking now or not. I really don't. But it was in the back streets of Liberty there where the course was, and it was pretty.
It's not that hard to do.
When you take it in a truck, it's a little bit hard to parallel park. You parallel parking in a
I wouldn't parallel park. There's no way I would have parallel parked in that 70 Ford pickup I had. F100. It didn't have power steering. There was no way I would have parallel parked that between two cars.
And the most cookiest car I ever had in my life was a Ford Fiesta. Little 5-speed. It was actually it was a Ford Fiesta, but it was actually a Fiat. But that's what Ford called it, a Fiesta. And, the only thing I didn't like about it, 2 times it caught on fire inside because it's wired up. It was wired up stupid. I had to fix all that, and then I was driving down the road. I was driving down the road. Somebody was with me. I can't remember who it was in the passenger seat, and all of a sudden I went to take off real quick, and their bolts on their seat broke, and they went back towards the back of the vehicle, landed in the back. Oh my God, that thing caught on fire 3 times, dude. I got rid of that sucker. I only gave $150 for it, so it wasn't like a.
There's
Yeah, and the front axle kept on
There's
coming loose. The front axle kept on coming loose from the transmission. It'd come off. And
you sure it wasn't a K car?
oh no, it was a Ford Fiesta.
Because K cars were terrible for losing the wheel.
It's a little bitty small dude. Little bitty thing.
Yeah,
If I had a
like the Dodge Omni.
it was like driving a pop can down the road.
Yeah, they're a lot like the Dodge Omni.
There wasn't enough metal in that thing to. If you'd have melted it down, it probably wouldn't have been half a bucket of iron. Yeah, you drive down the road and the axle would come loose in the transmission, and you have to pull over and put it back on there and drive a little more. Only had 2 bolts holding it on because I lost the rest of them.
Yeah.
Oh, the things you do for a ride.
Dad had a company car. It was a K car. It was the worst
I've
thing
had
ever
one of them.
made.
Wheel.
Couldn't keep a wheel on it.
It was
There's always the rear left wheel, driver's side rear wheel.
yeah, it was a 5-speed one I had.
Yep. Squarest body car you ever seen in your life.
When you was driving it, you automatically didn't feel safe.
No.
You was driving down, you'd be driving, you just kind of looking around at it. Man, I don't feel a bit safe in this thing. I feel more safer in that Fiesta. I did.
The Geos. I rented a Geo. It wasn't a tracker. It was a Geo something. It was like a little. It kind of reminds you of a Chevy Chevette, except it was just bare minimum, dude. You felt like your butt was actually scraping the pavement.
I did on that Fiesta.
Oh, it was so good on gas, but my God, it did not feel safe to drive. Felt like you were driving thin, really thin metal. You know, like you replaced all the metal on that vehicle with really thin, flexible. Dad had a Geo. It was kind of like that I rented. He put 2 pounds, two 80-pound bags of concrete in the back of that thing, and it warped the back end. So to shut the door, the hatch, you had to twist the hatch a little bit and plop it down, and then the driver's door, you had to lift the door up and shut it because it warped the body when he put the bags of concrete in it.
Oh, that sounds really safe.
Right? Like, I don't know if it was in the user's manual never to carry a load in the back of that thing, but it was a hatchback, so naturally you're going to be putting things back there, right?
No, you think so? That's too bad. It's a good thing you didn't have no hefty kids to put in the back. You know,
It was bad.
crazy.
Hi. What you doing?
Oh.
Oh, it's so darn cute.
How do you do
Hello,
it? How are you
Andrew.
doing that, Shawty? How are you chopping and chatting and me looking at you at the same time?
With my hands and
I don't understand
fingers
that.
and a keyboard and
magic.
gravity.
Are you typing with your toes?
No.
You got your keyboard on the floor and
Keyboard right here.
oh,
Tippy tappy typey. Click the letters
You
in
know-
order.
I'm just
You took
mesmerized
typing,
by
didn't
that.
you?
I just don't understand
I
it.
had to. I had to.
I did too.
I took. I was introduced to typing, and we had to pass in 5th grade, and then I took computer classes and other classes, and
So I
I have to type for my job. My job is using a computer.
So you're typing with your toes too?
No, sir.
Good night, Carol.
Oh, good night. Meeting
Where's she going?
ABA people possibly on Wednesday. Oh, that's great.
I remember
It's
my
hot.
typing teacher.
It's hot outside.
What?
It's hot outside.
It's not hot here.
What? No.
It's 71 or 72 degrees outside right now.
Oh,
Thought it felt
Wow.
amazing today. It wasn't hot.
It's,
It's
you go out there now,
right
it's
now.
stuffy. It's hot and stuffy.
hot and stuffy, you say?
Yeah.
My house is. Yeah. My house is. What's the matter?
See you later, Carol.
Be safe in the morning when you doing the mom taxi deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it in the ditch, between the ditches there, as they say.
And keep that finger to yourself. But one finger howdy.
Now, that's the universal sign of hello. Yeah, I don't know.
he's chewing on Dark Paw's tail. He's not liking it too much.
What in the crap are y'all doing?
Playing.
Because I'm in here, both
Ow.
of them. Now, if I was in another
Yeah.
room, that's where they'd be. Now they're in here. Fighting. Poor little Ronnie Bear, he's holding his own, I guess. Socks. Probably, I'm gonna wait about another week, and then I gotta worm them. Give them a good warming, and probably by that time they'll be old enough.
This one's playing with Dark Paw's tail. Hi.
That's funny. I was telling you the other day about Rusty, and we got that. Oh, that's Kitty, gray Kitty, with white paws. You got white paws. What's
What
a
were you
big
saying?
cat? That's a big cat.
Yeah,
Rusty,
Firstborn.
I got that leaf pile out front, and the last couple of days they've been playing in it. They've been jumping in it and stuff, and cats out.
yeah.
And Rusty will jump in there, and you can't see her at all.
Yeah, I would say so.
And she can lay right on top of it, or she can get out in the yard there, just away from it, and lay amongst the leaves that's on the ground, and you can't see her. If you didn't
Yeah,
know where to look, you never see her.
She sort of has some fall colors going on there.
Mm-hmm. No, Callie, she can jump in there. You can see her 2 miles away. You probably see her from space.
Yeah.
And little kittens, they for years they were tunneling through it. They started went in and dig a tunnel through it.
And
I gotta move it. I gotta move it though because I gotta mow a couple of days.
in 1 week
God, hell, Minnesota.
on the 29th, in 1 week, the asteroid is going to be in our orbit, and we'll be able to see it. It's going to be so fun to see it.
Well, if people know what I know, they'd be scared too.
I don't remember how long we'll see it. Is it like, I don't know. I guess I could look it up.
I try to forget a whole lot of what I found out.
Did you know a few days ago we had a second moon?
Well, we're gonna have one pretty soon.
Yeah, in a week.
We're gonna have one that's gonna be locked in our orbit for a time.
For 2 months.
It's going, and you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, for 2 months it'll be around. That'll be fun to look at.
And there's gonna be a lot of people gonna be freaking out over it.
I'm sure.
But I'm not worried about it.
I think it'll just be cool to see.
It's the end of the world as we know it. Oh well.
World, but it's gonna be something that's unusual and very.
Yeah, it'll look like we have 2 moons for a while.
Well.
Hey, Angel.
Tattooing.
It kind of.
Hey, Angel Krause, how you doing? How's those puppies?
Oh, that's Angel. My God, how'd you do it? Type so fast.
Okay, so how do you type? Do you look and use all the fingers?
I just do the one finger or
the hunt and peck. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not no secretary.
That's whoa. Okay, settle down now.
I don't have to type in memos for the CEO or anything. So.
Yeah, I mean you get the job done. I use all my fingers to type. Is the difference?
I do the old man typing method.
Yeah, the hunt and peck.
Yeah.
So all the puppies are still with mama and okay. That's good.
Puppies.
Aww. So is Pebbles taking good care of the babies? That's so sweet, though. I got kittens. She's got puppies.
All them people that's going to be calling that number, Barry, they're going to know it was you. I know who that was that sent y'all to us. One 1-800-347-1991.
It's still crap.
Well, yeah.
The day that they restored my internet, it lasted half a day, and then it went right back down to where it was before.
Mine ain't too bad.
Angel.
Let's see. Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna run a speed test on it.
Mm, give it a second and it'll balance out again. There it goes. Angel, one of the cats that's been away for like 2 years now, I think she dropped them off because Clementine wasn't pregnant. I just, I was standing outside with a technician who was supposed to be trying to fix my internet. Kept hearing this tiny little meow, meow, and they were in a doghouse out there in the driveway. All 5 of them. So the only thing I could figure is Misty, who's been away for 2 years. She was kind enough to just drop her kids off and go back out there and probably get knocked up again. I think she's staying over at Delaney's. I don't know. She might not be because she does run across the road too. She wouldn't do that, but she doesn't want to live here anymore. So
My download is 295.32.
oh, mine is 46.5, and my download is like
Uploaded 111.71.
yeah.
How nice and convenient. Yeah, I don't plan on
Yes,
doing
they
it.
are.
Well,
Well, it took 33 minutes the other day to upload how long was that video? 7 minutes, I think, the last one I uploaded.
Oh, okay.
Let's look it up real quick.
that reminds me, I got a lot of crap I need to get edited on my videos and get it off my computer so I can clean it up.
Yeah, you've been putting stuff up pretty consistently, Randall.
And them stupid shorts.
Yep.
I'm gonna make sure
Oh,
a short. I'm gonna make sure a short about shorts.
Great.
I think that'd be awesome. Don't you think?
I've never made a short.
Actually, my bad. It took.
I'm gonna do a short about
It took
shorts.
33 minutes to upload a 3-minute video.
Okay, so I gave Shawnee an idea. She's gonna do a short about shorts.
No, I'm not,
Now, why not?
because I don't want to.
Here's my collection of shorts.
I don't really
Well, I guess I'll have to do it then,
you,
Shawnee.
yes, definitely. There you go.
I guess I'll just have to do it. If you're not going to do it, I gave you the
Alright.
opportunity first to do it. Or you can do one and I'll do one. I mean, it's free.
Well, I'll see yours first, and then I'll
No,
think about it.
I like to see yours so I can copy it.
A short about yours. Yeah, no.
Copy it.
1 minute 6 seconds took 30 minutes for her to upload. Yep, that's what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
I say Starlink would be amazingly fast if you could afford the equipment.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can see how it would be. It's directly from satellite feed. So
Well, is that Andrew's only option
You know,
out
I
there?
say so. I say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I say yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you got to do with what you got. We'll see how my shorts video does. What's that say?
I looked up burning bushes. Because because I thought they were pretty, and I can't plant them in Minnesota. They're
Well,
banned.
I'm all doing a short later on when they get fully
Yeah, that'd be great.
red.
Yes.
If you look back to some of my older shorts, you'll see them fully
Yeah, I
blown.
thought they were really cool,
They're bright red.
but we can't. I can't buy them and plant them here.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, they're invasive.
oh, yeah, they are.
It sounds
Well,
like it.
Well, not really. I guess so. Yeah, because I've had it's kept me busy. There'll be little sprouts popping up,
Yes.
and I guess it keeps if you don't get it, they'll start spreading. Yeah, they. I guess they would be invasive. Yeah,
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way, but I can send you one, and you can just contaminate. I can contaminate. You can contaminate Minnesota with it. That'd be my plan.
I gotta figure out something else. I wanted to plant a hedgerow, and I wanted to use those because I like that they change the color. So I have to find something else I can buy cheap and put in a hedgerow that is
This will
beautiful.
be cheap. I'll send you free.
I don't know about this.
Wow, come on, you gotta. I like, and then they'll be looking around. They'll say, "I wonder where that come from." But they'll be like
Oh,
everywhere.
is this the internet test?
Yeah. Oh, it's backwards. isn't it?
Pretty low on the. No, I can read it.
Yeah, I can tell what it
Kind
is.
of blurry, but
Wow, 0.10 on the
Mhm.
download.
hmm
Have you tried that on your laptop to see what it is? Or is it the same?
Yeah, a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
No, a few minutes ago it was 333 download, which mine's supposed to be 900, and my upload was like
Yeah,
46.05.
yeah, I know. Mine was supposed to be more than what it is now
So-
too. But they throttle you down.
Yeah,
after- They do throttle you
oh,
down.
mine's like that all day long. Mine's like that all day long, no matter what time of day or night it is.
Mine went out. Yeah. Still check and call VTC. Huh. Oh yeah,
Oops.
that is pretty cool. Andrew. Yeah.
It's another internet service that you can take with you that's satellite. I think it's called Nomad. But it basically is geared towards people who live in RVs and vans.
Mm-hmm.
So you can take it anywhere you want to. And you know, you don't have to you don't have to change your address. You just take it with you, set it up, and you're on the online. But again, equipment they want to charge you because it's satellite equipment.
Yeah. Well, it is, you know, you got whatever works, I guess. Whatever works, dude.
I've held off. I'm not going to say anything to them for a while. And then when it gets so annoying I can't stand it, then I'm going to call them back and say, look, we're right back to square one. And I'll tell them exactly what it did the day that they restored my internet. It was full speed up and down. And then somewhere in the middle of the day, it just went. And it's been like that ever since. They've got some equipment that's totally screwed up. And I think they're just
Oh, I know that.
milking it. They're milking it for every bit they can get out of it.
Well, I know they throttled it. They throttled me. I could tell they were throttling it during the daytime here because before it went out this last time, I could tell it between 7A at 7P. Yeah, I mean, it was crap on the speed. Just as soon as it got 8 o'clock, whoop, they throttled it up.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what's done down here. But I know they do it.
That tells me that they don't have enough coming in to serve everybody.
Yeah, they're milking it, that's for sure.
It wasn't too long ago they were saying that we were very near to maxing our internet traffic to the point where it would become a problem for everybody.
Yeah.
And maybe we've already reached that, and the companies are just being really quiet about it because, if you say something about it to your customers, they're going to be like, we don't give a crap, fix it. And they're going to be like, we can't give you anymore because it's clogged up.
Well, then the signal, how we're getting the signal is with them little boxes on the side of the poles going down through there. And it boosts, it's a booster, boost to the main box junction out there. And you get a lot of people on that thing. It's just like anything else. It's going to bog it down. But,
Oh. You look like a little woodland creature. He's like this. A little woodland creature.
Gosh, it's stuffy. Yeah, I went by Walmart tonight and I had to see if they had any Roundup, and which they didn't, but I have to go to Harrisburg, see if they got it tomorrow. But I stepped outside, in the car, and said, "Oh my God, it's about to take your breath." So it was so humid.
Yeah, 82% humidity.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can feel it, dude. You can feel it right now.
That's what we have here a lot. Is that really high humidity?
But I think after tomorrow, it's supposed to start going the other way as far as nighttime temperatures.
You see this?
Yeah. They're pile on your head.
What are you doing to me?
I'm glad you're taking it for yourself for a bear. Bear Kitty, he was kind of he almost looked like he was weeping until I started working with him. Now he's right back up pretty close to the spots.
Yes, stand in front of the microphone and purr.
Huh?
She's standing by the microphone. Can you hear her purring?
Maybe barely.
You leave it what? Oh, I'm sorry. I stopped petting you. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know there was a set amount of time that I'm supposed to pet you.
Yeah, there is. There is.
Oh.
I like petting mine because they got that real soft rabbit fur, I call it. It's like
Yeah.
petting. Once you start petting them, you can't stop. It's just like, oh, I wish they had a pillow like that. If I had a pillow like that, or I had a blanket like that, that would be so awesome.
I have a stuffed unicorn that's mine, and it's so soft. It sounds like kind of what you're describing. It's the
Oh, it's
best.
just awesome. Awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah, if I had hair like that, I'd never cut it. I would just like be rubbing my head all the time.
I had to shave right here to get a tick off of her. She's not been
Wow.
outside in weeks, months. She still managed to get a tick on her.
Oh yeah, there ain't no avoiding that.
She didn't like me too much when I shaved her fur off, but there really wasn't any other. I didn't really have any other option to get that off there without, you know.
I like about 2 more days. Well, actually, one day. If I done it all in one day, which I'm not going to, I'm gonna take 2 little hitches at it. I gotta finish that weed eating up the road. Well, each time I've done it, dude, it's like knocked me down.
You're gonna do what?
Huh?
What did you say you're gonna do down the road?
Weed eating.
Weed
Just gotta
eating. Oh,
Run a weed eater. Yeah.
It's thick.
I
And,
imagine it is.
Well, she ain't got nobody to do it. And well, she's got one of battery power that she does around the house, but everywhere else it's growed up a little bit. And I'm just weed eating around where it's been mowed. She can't get her boys to do anything. And,
Yeah, it's good that you're doing that though.
well, I didn't know it was that better shape, but I got weed eat around the cemetery too. So then I got to spray the driveway. Weed killer.
oh, that's what you needed the Roundup for. Okay, makes sense.
I thought he wanted to take his chances with Roundup.
Well, yeah, but it's either that or well, there's some other I could get a hold of, but it would kill probably everything within the drifting
Flame
distance. Just cause you're spraying it on the driveway don't mean that something else ain't gonna get it.
Wait a minute, what? Taking the cord over your yard?
Did you get like a refuse property ticket? Or is it about grass?
Not able to do. Not able to go out there and take care of it. It's
Does she own her property?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Here's the problem I have with that. These municipalities and crap, before they go and start slapping crap on people, and
HOA. You live in an HOA?
yeah.
Oh. So what is can you explain what's bad about the yard that they're upset about? Is it
Probably
length
too
of
high.
grass?
Probably too high.
Okay.
Probably it.
Well,
It's
then
gotta
the
be-
HOA should pay for a community grass mowing guy.
well,
If they have a
if
problem.
they know her situation, that would I wouldn't worry too much about it.
That's what I was getting at, though. I was trying to get,
Oh, sorry.
but no, it was just taking me forever to get to that point. But they should check a person's situation out first before they start slapping fines and shit on people. I'm
Yeah, have they
sorry, dude. I've
asked?
seen
Yeah.
it too much.
they should ask like what's happening in your life that it got this way, I guess. First,
Yeah.
not excuse me, you're breaking a rule. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
our city has a rule. If your grass is over 7 inches, I think, you can like a neighbor could report it, and then the city has their own contracted person, and if they come and mow it, you'll get
You get back
bill.
billed for it.
Yeah, but they'll come and take care of it. They're not
Oh
gonna,
boy.
you know. We just need someone to help take care of it. It sounds like, in Angel's case,
She
it's
does.
overgrown.
If I was
The
her
person
neighbor,
who
I
was
would have
doing
already
it
took
just
it.
stopped doing it, so I have no one else to do it. We gotta find somebody.
I'd do it if I was close enough, Angel.
There's got to be somebody we could get to
I
you
can
to
drive.
do
I
that.
can't drive that lawnmower to Indiana.
Do kids not off yards anymore?
I would.
Well, no, kids aren't going to tear themselves away from a cell phone or a game long enough to,
Yeah.
unless they're raised by people like us, you know.
We see a lot of people post on Facebook, "Hey, I need help mowing my yard. Do you know anybody?"
Her with my situation, her boys they live off. Well, one don't live too far, but still they don't come by and
Okay.
try to see if she needs anything.
Yeah.
She got one daughter that's living. She comes down on a Friday and takes her to the store and stuff, and everything. And I didn't know she was in that kind of shape. So it's out of her. She has a guy to mow it, but she just didn't have nobody. That guy didn't weed eat. Oh, I don't do weed eat. I don't weed eat.
Oh my.
Oh, you lazy piece of crap. Here I am. I've had open heart surgery and still doing it. Or trying to. Anyway, I can't. Like I said, I can't do it very long.
That's what you said, yeah.
I think I told her when I done was going to agree to do it. I said, well, I can do it for you, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take little hitches at it until I get done.
I have equipment, but I can't even get into the shed because of the two bushes. They're blocking the door. Yeah, there's got to be a way to post, "Hey, I just need someone to come mow my yard."
Yeah, I wish I could do it. She's in Indiana. I would do it in a heartbeat. I'm not even supposed to be doing that kind of stuff, but I don't always listen to what the doctor says either.
Well,
I know my limits.
I listen to my body more than I do anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's hot weather too. You know. And every time I turn there, it's across the road. I mean, I could throw a rock probably and hit the place here. But still, yet, my God. I come home, take a shower, and I'm done. Basically. Wiped out. What you got to do, what you got to do.
Is this the have they like find her and then now this is the court portion, or is their first thing is court automatically?
I think she probably can get a hardship thing on that.
I'm just reading about HOAs and I really don't like them the more I read.
Well, you couldn't pay me to live in a place like that.
Okay, well, do you want to move? Do you want to just get out of there, Angel? Is that
Yeah,
enough?
but I mean, she owns the place, and it's like it's well, she's known for several years now. I kind of see where she's coming from. It's like I don't want to move from here because
She doesn't want to move. Okay.
Probably not.
Okay.
Oh, they put a lien on it. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say like move right here with me, just not in this house.
No, you need a new house too, Barry.
Well, I'm working on that. Hopefully, it'll go in my favor. If not, I don't. I'm gonna raise all kinds of hell.
I can see what I can do about that for you.
What? I don't have his number, so I can't. He keeps changing his number, so I don't know.
I don't
if
either.
I even have one or not.
I'll just catch him.
Huh?
I had to just catch him with around here. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. The kids in front of me are moving out, and they said they would put a word for me to get their place because they put work into it. But you know, I need to tell them, hey, don't rent that out. I want that place because mine's falling apart. Because me and him have talked about this before. He wanted me to live over at the other property. Problem is, the other property is so trashed by them addicts that and it's too far. As far as I'm concerned, it's too far away from Randall, even though it's the same road. I like where I'm at right here. You just have to. What you all see in my videos is not even. I'm not even scratching the surface. But it looks like he's killing it.
Well,
Randall's killing that, whatever he's working on there.
I'm sharpening my knife blade. I don't know.
Okay.
I like keeping them good and sharp.
Almost looks
They can fall.
like you're getting ready to. It's like a murder movie or something. You know how the bad guys always piling his stuff up so he can murder somebody.
You never know when you might have to use that.
Yeah, they did quite a bit of work to that place themselves, and it would be a lot better than what I'm in now. But yeah, there's no way I wouldn't want to live on that end of the road anyway. It's got a bad history. So yeah, I like it here. It's pretty right here. Yep.
Good enough. I don't know. Well, good night, Angel.
All right. I wish there was something I could do to help you.
Yeah, me too.
So without saying anything online right now, if potentially you knew an area or her county or anything, if we found a lawn service and we called and paid them to go do this for her, you know what I'm saying? Like, because yeah, getting the court ticket and then the lien leads to foreclosure. Like, it's just not good. Anyways.
I know. I'm gonna talk to her on this and do it
Okay.
probably in the morning. We'll keep her from getting sleep.
Right.
I know how stuff bothers her, and she tends to lose sleep over it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I know she's worried about it, but I wasn't. They ain't gonna if they know her situation, they're going to cut her some slack, or should anyway. I don't know how they are in Indiana, but
I don't know. I was reading online just now and it doesn't sound very good for her. But I don't know.
depends on what the judge is and all that. We don't have such a thing. I wish we had an ordinance like that here, but we do in the city. In Liberty, there's one,
Okay.
but not out here in the county. We need something like that. Now, Lincoln County, the county over from, they do.
Oh my God.
It's countywide.
They're anal about stuff over there.
They can't. You get your yard jumped up, they'll make you clean it up. If you don't clean, if they have to come out and clean it up, they'll charge you. Which needs to be done here around the road. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. If you got a car that's in your driveway, or it's in your yard and it's just been sitting there just because you haven't been driving it, it's the plates on it and the tags are due, they'll jump on your ass over there in Lincoln for that too. They want
We
you
have
to
that
turn
here.
your plates in until
You get a big orange
decide to put the car back on the road again.
Yeah, you have to have current tabs on the vehicle, even if it's on my grass, like it's not even on the road. You'll get a sticker warning, and then you get in trouble. And piles of tires, car batteries, excessive garbage. There's a whole list of refuse property someone can call you in for. Like I've had it happen. I've gotten in trouble here, but we fixed it in time, you know what I mean? We cleaned it up. It was not my stuff, it was my husband's stuff. But when you live in the country, you can do whatever you want. So
Well, yeah, I wish there was some sort of ordinance around here that would help clean up the roadside anyway.
yeah, usually the county mows the ditch a couple times in the summer here around our county.
Well, I like that the highway department does that here, except for when they decide, hey, let's get the vertical bush hogs out and rape these trees. Literally, that's what they do. They go along the roadside. I haven't seen them do it in a couple of years now, but the last time they did it, it looked like a tornado had ripped down the middle of our road. All the trees were just stripped. It just looked worse than what it was before.
Because of like power lines? They don't want them. What is
Well,
the
some
point
of
that?
it, some of it's that, yeah.
Okay.
But most of it, they want to get all the trees away from the road.
Okay.
Possible.
So they take bush hogs, vertical bush hogs that they've been modified to go up vertically.
Yep.
And they just hit the trees with them. And it
Wow.
looks horrible. I mean, it looks like a tornado ripped through here.
Yeah. I know what that looks like.
Hire Aspen or somebody,
Ooh.
But you got RECC, our power company, they will put out the money and hire somebody like Aspen or another tree service that will come out and do it the right way. And if they did that, what was it, 2 years ago, Randall?
Mm-hmm.
That big saw, it was on a crane. I think it was cool to watch. They didn't have to go in someone's yard.
There
I like
was
that
this
one
video.
now.
I think it was South Carolina. It's like a helicopter, and then they hang the saw, and then the helicopter drives the saw over the trees like that. How scary is that?
No, this was a crane or a boom truck, and it had to be a good 200-foot long boom, and they could just keep the truck on the road. And the boom came out, and they had a saw blade on the end of it about that big. They go wee, really loud. You could not miss that thing. I watched them cut this tree down over here, trim the tree over here at David's across the road from Jordan. And they,
Mhm.
I mean, they did a clean job of it, but and they cleaned up their mess. They cleaned up everything that they cut off, but it was just like, they didn't put any people out there. They pretty much used that saw to take care of it. And then when they moved the saw back over the truck, then they would send the people in and they would clean all the brush and everything off that they cut. It was pretty efficient. At least it didn't look like a tornado ripped through here.
True.
I've seen what tornadoes do to the forest, and it's not pretty.
Nope.
It looks exactly like what they do with the bush hog.
There's a lot of trees at the offsite property that I garden at that like do this now because we had tornado out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see them clear cut down through a forest before, right? For power lines where they're going to put new lines in.
Yeah.
I was in the back in the 90s. I was in the tornado in Harrison, Ohio, and it came off the Indiana side and went down this hill, and it clear cut right through those trees, almost perfectly straight.
Oh, you could see
You could easily
yeah.
drive. Yeah, you could easily drive two cars, one going the opposite direction to the other, like a highway.
Yeah.
And they crossed the river and went through a subdivision, tore that all to hell. My in-laws at the time were on that Rescue 911 series because my sister-in-law, Jean, and her mom and her sister heard some noise and they went to the door. They didn't know tornadoes were in the area. They went to the door. When they opened the door, the tornado was pretty much, like 2,500 feet from their house. They dove under the table in the kitchen. When it was all said and done, my sister-in-law, Jean, was holding the table up with her back and it broke her back. So she had been in a brace for over a year.
Wow.
To get it. And then she had to do like physical therapy and everything. So that TV show came out and did a story on them.
Yeah.
Not only did it go,
Go ahead.
huh? Not only did it do the subdivision, but it went back up another hill and it followed the road, like the main road that cuts through town. It followed the road and like tore at Jack. And we were trying to get my ex-wife's grandma down into the basement, and she has a walker, and she's got braces on her legs. And she went like this to the kitchen curtain. She goes, "Oh, there he is, a tornado." I said, "Basement." Hey, Radio Jonesy. By the time we did get her to the basement, it already crossed the interstate and was on its way to Mason, Ohio, where it dissipated. But it was just like, everywhere it took trees down, they were just like all mangled and crap.
Yes. Yeah, the tornado that hit that property was an EF4.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it was really bad.
You're talking about Rescue 911. My ambulance service was in the episode of that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've never heard of the show.
Rescue 911.
My baby. Yeah.
Yes, it's good to see you too, Jonesy. What day did the kittens leave? What? Because somebody's called for. I thought you said. When does the kitty leave?
The what now?
When does your kitty get to its new home?
Oh, I don't know. They haven't called me back, so.
Oh, it might not. Okay.
Yeah. No, this one's sleepy. Why don't you go over there sleep with your siblings? Did you do that? No? All right. You can lay right there if you want.
So that's all you have going on, Randall, this week is weed whacking?
Well, we're going to probably be inundated with rain, so I'm going to get him mowing done.
Oh, you're going to get rain?
Yeah, they're giving it 70% chance for tomorrow,
Oh, okay.
and probably about every day this week.
I would
Well,
like
mine-
some rain.
I might not even get nothing done this week.
Get stuff done in the house instead.
Nah. I don't want to do that.
No? It's all
No.
good.
Quit putting things in my brain, Johnny.
Well, I don't know if you
Yeah.
have a room you want to reorganize or, you know.
I am organized. I got my own things where I know where they're at.
Perfect. Check. Done. Got it.
But then I forget where they're at.
Oh, boy. Now you need like a map.
Well, I'd lose that. I'd lose that too. Oh, I did move. I've done that the other day
Okay.
when the internet was out.
First sunshine
I
after.
managed to get things done in here.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you guys. What did you do when you didn't have internet?
Well, I've done that.
You did that. Yep.
And
Everything that I've been putting on.
You did get something done with that. Okay.
And,
Wonderful.
I just watched regular television,
Okay.
antenna TV.
Yes. The
And-
free.
And a lot of times I didn't even do that. I didn't, bother me too much at all.
So. Okay.
See, my phone, my home phone is tied in with the internet.
Oh, okay.
So if it's out, my phone's out. And that's the only thing that aggravated me because I'm
Yeah.
expecting calls all the time.
Yeah.
And from the doctor, what have you, and I don't get very good cell service right here. And other than that, I mean, if there was another option, which I'm working on another option on my home phone service, and once that's complete, I could care less about it, to be quite honest with you. I felt better after, Barry, sure enough, I actually felt a little better while it was off. But outside the aggravation of, them messing up on it, aside from that, after the first day, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
I really didn't.
Right. You weren't like missing it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't missing anything, that's for sure. Other than my phone. Like I said.
Right. It's understandable.
I said, well, it'd be a good time to
Let's
kind
see.
of go ahead. Kitty.
What, Barry?
Barry.
I just saying that it probably saved our mind a little bit too because we're not worried about what's going on in the world.
Yeah, no, I don't care.
All that.
I don't even care now.
And didn't have to weed out the truth from the false, Oh, is it in and out? Okay.
It's better now. It's better now. I was just gonna type. It got fixed.
Yeah,
Very-
Mm-hmm.
if it starts acting up again, I could turn my cam off and it'll straighten out.
I was gonna ask Radio Jonesy, did you lay outside? Because he said he had sunshine finally. Did you go outside and bask in it?
Actually, I did. Actually, I got one that sat in the yard.
Yeah, like go and watch the bees and the flowers and the.
Everybody just did this really fast movement thing.
He's in
to
the,
the
oh, it
birds and
like
the
caught up.
bees. I thought you were going to say that. I thought you were going to say birds and the bees. I was like, oh, now.
Oh, yeah. Well,
No, I've seen nature do. I've seen nature do stuff. It's it's no different than us.
and gross. It's
Too
really
thick.
gross. Really gross.
Well,
Cut it out. I'm sitting in the yard. Stop that stuff. I'm trying to sit out here in peace and y'all buzzing around and making pollen and whatnot.
Were you gonna fix your tiller, Randall?
Probably this winter, maybe.
The winter. Okay, yeah.
Maybe I might put another motor on it. Then again,
didn't
I might
know.
buy a new one.
If you, right, that's what I was gonna say. Like, well, was it worth it? Is it worth it?
Yeah, I can put another motor on it cheaper than I can buy a new one actually.
It was cheaper to put a new motor than buy.
Yeah, I know the motor's like I had on like it's on there. Oh, we'll get to it whenever.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Do you guys get enough snow where you need a
turn my
snowblower?
whole
Or
yard.
do you do it by a shovel?
No, we don't.
No. Okay.
No.
No.
It wouldn't pay to buy one.
Okay.
They sell them all the time, but around here, but
Well, they do.
yeah,
Wouldn't do me any good.
it's just
This is my driveway.
I could probably make a few bucks off of it, blowing clean people's yards with it, but it never gets that deep here.
Okay.
We need a snow blower.
Just kind of melts the next day.
Well, not really. You can usually take a shovel and just, unless you got a real long driveway, and then I would say, yeah, that would be a good handy thing to have.
Radio Jonesy, was that on the ground or in the mountains that you're talking about? A couple inches of snow last week? Because Anchorage, Alaska has snow on the mountaintops. We usually get snow we used to get snow by Halloween, but we'll see if in November we get snow. All the way up until April.
I gotta get me some.
It was on the ground. Okay. That's right. Your seasons are on a different schedule than mine.
And neither I don't know why I didn't say anything. The last time he was up on my panel, it was springtime, and I don't know why I didn't say, no, it's springtime over there, Shawnee. It just slipped
Yeah,
my
I
mind.
didn't
I'm like,
Yeah. I forget.
Excuse me. Just checking out my packages. You're supposed to have some stuff coming in.
Yeah. Oh, I had drama with the Blue Store. 8 of my items weren't delivered.
Oh no.
8. That's half the order I had. So then I went on the app to try and problem solve a refund. Well, we can't do that for you on the app. You got to call, that other country.
Mhm.
So I did that, and thankfully it went successful, and they gave me the refund, but I had to drive to the store then to go get the things that weren't delivered. That was very frustrating. But it's
That's
funny
kinda
because
defeating the purpose. Isn't it?
I know. The other day I had a delivery from them, but somebody else's order was with mine. So I guess I got the karma of now someone else got my order because they can't get their orders straight when they deliver. Looking forward for some summer sun, huh?
I'm I'm getting a lot of stuff just that's dented, and unless it's
That's
something
still
like electronics, then somehow the electronics get here in perfect shape. They take more time packaging that stuff than they do food.
Oh, we'll get stuff from online, and it's like the items in the box, and the box is this big and the items this big, and they didn't put any packing in it. And so it's
Yeah.
literally doing this the whole way to my house from wherever. It's like this person needs to be talked to, whoever put this in the box.
I guess most of the packing department over here, it's just wherever they're packing from, they just don't care. They
Right.
just really just don't care.
It's probably a diversity hire.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
That's my excuse.
Like 22 to 30-pound bags of cat food. Either one day it'll arrive in a box, and then the next time they ship it to me, it's like just the bag with a sticker on it. The shipping sticker.
yeah.
I'm like, half the time the bag, the box is falling apart because the bag is too heavy for the box.
Right.
But then it was like with the groceries, like canned food, the spam that I mentioned last time, last live stream, I think was.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it. Yeah.
Yeah, the spam and the soup. I mean,
Yep.
they threw that loose in there, and then they packed it with that paper. This paper's not good for anything. Except
Right.
for writing on, maybe hard times you might wipe your rear end with it, but other than that, I mean,
Radio
not
Jonesy,
packing.
I agree that oh wait, you say that you're going to use free StreamYard. So that limits you to 20, I think it is, 20 hours a month.
20 hours a month.
So you're saying you're going to keep that's okay for your channel? Because Devil Dog was showing Stream Lab Talk Studio, but I had to leave. So I don't know what was said after I left. I have to rewatch. Yeah. Well, I hope they keep a free version as an option, because they might take that away,
I'm going to leave StreamYard as my backup, but I'm going to use Restream the next live we do.
Good. I want to
Cool.
see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it worked really well for me and Diva when we tested it. We weren't online per se.
Yeah, I would love to
I mean,
see
we
that.
were online. Yeah.
Did Restream have different tiers, or is it just we have this? This is what we
No,
have.
it's got different tiers.
It
Just
does.
The
Okay.
rest of it you had to pay for. But
And you said the free version has the right limits that you need?
yeah.
Okay.
And it's not just here in America. Let's see who's live. Well, it might have been the Secret Vaults live stream, but anyway, somebody said, "Oh, did you know that they're going to start charging us more?" And so their conversion rate is a little bit different. I don't know what their conversion rate is. I think it's like I'd have to look at PayPal, but it's quite a bit more for them over there. So we're like complaining that that all these tiers of StreamYard are expensive, but then you look at whatever their conversion rate is over in the UK, and it's like, oh, good Lord. I thought it was going to be bad for Diva, but yeah, okay, 70-30 for anyway. So it's like nobody's immune to it, is what I guess what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Yeah.
I had a brain fart. Come on, I'm old.
It's all
What
good.
was the question? I wasn't paying attention.
I guess you're gonna have to rewind.
It ain't worth it. My time is valuable. I ain't rewinding it. I must conserve energy.
All right. I'm gonna call you Biden from now on.
Oh my.
Conserve energy. Must sleep. Eyes heavy. Brain not working.
I was fixing to call it anyway because I'm really close to them cut my. I think my hours are really close because we've been having too many 5-hour live streams, and I think I've just about used up my hours on
3 hours.
StreamYard.
What are
3 minutes is long enough.
what are your hours limit on what you have?
I think it's 20 because
Okay.
I'm on the free
That's 20.
version.
Okay,
Free
that's
version.
probably 20 then. Yeah.
I
StreamYard's
paid
20.
for it for a while, but I just, it wasn't in my budget, so I cut
No,
it
I
out.
wouldn't. We don't need more bills. No. If the
No,
free gets you. Yeah.
I mean, it suits me for, the cheap version, even with that other outfit. I ain't paying for it. If I can keep running it, it's not economical for me to do it. It makes good sense. But that way.
$20 a month in the U.S. It's about 36 a month for Aussies. So,
Wow.
I thought they said 44 quid over there in the UK, so I don't know, whatever.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
The 20 hours, if you go on somebody else's channel and join the panel, does that count towards your hours?
No,
It's just when you start a live stream.
no.
No, it don't count.
Okay.
It counts. For,
That's weird, huh? That's like, because they're the host, not you.
and,
Right.
You're just there for the ride.
and
Yeah.
it counts also when you go off backstage after stream. It still counts. No, Barry.
What?
When you
No,
go
I
back,
don't think it does.
it doesn't. Okay.
No, because you're not streaming to
Okay.
a server. You're just streaming. Well,
Okay.
you're streaming to their servers, but you're not streaming to YouTube. And that's where they. I thought it did about a year ago. I thought it did, but somebody said no, it doesn't work that way. Once you end the stream, that's when they stop keeping track. Now watch them change that.
Well, if StreamYard's going to start charging for the free, then they ain't going to have very many people.
So their excuse, like, because that company bought them, the excuse that I read was, well, there was too many options. There was too many tiers for people to be able to decide which plan to choose. So we condensed them and then changed the pricing. Like, okay, we'll see how that works out for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They got upset a lot of people because right now with the economy like it is, and it's not just America going through this crisis, it's
No.
everywhere around the world.
Yep.
So when they start losing people, everyone either drops down to free or they just stop using it.
Well, here's my opinion on it. And by the way, it's my opinion. If I'm not making enough from YouTube, say if I was monetized, if they're not paying me enough to offset me having to buy that option, even the lowest option, that'd be silly for me to even do it.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't make good sense. I mean,
Well, I have the same kind of feeling. So I have a job that I do. That's why I have this equipment. And if I'm not making in a month enough to pay the internet bill, the reason I have internet is this job. Otherwise, I didn't have it before.
Yeah,
Then it doesn't make sense, right? Yeah, you have to put enough
they
hours
just
in to pay
they
the bill.
don't. And
Yeah, I look at that.
even if you did make a X amount over, you're taking a good chunk of that just to pay for your streaming service.
Yeah.
You're not. It's I don't know. You'd have to be pulling down some pretty good dough in order to justify it, I think. Yeah, it's uh, yeah. Well, there's other options out there.
Okay, so next question is do the hours carry over and build up if you don't use all of 20
No.
hours?
No,
Okay.
I don't think. I'm pretty sure they don't, do they, Barry? They don't carry over.
No, it just starts over again.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, they don't carry over. They just start over again.
I wish they did, but that'd been nice.
I don't plan on hosting any lives or anything, but questions are fun, so why not?
Well, you may have a live call it Shawnee Live.
What?
Barry, what'd you say, Barry?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You went all googly
Well,
gobbly.
I said we appreciate Shawnee being up here with us.
Oh,
Oh
right.
yeah,
Okay.
it makes me. Yeah,
She's
Yeah.
spending her time with someone else, not us old parts.
true. I mean, you know.
I could be reading the book I bought, but I haven't read it yet. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, you can always read that book, but you can't
That's how I
always.
feel too. There's a time on this where the book's
You
just
can't
there.
always talk to us. See, you can always read that book.
Yeah.
Or as the Brits say, book.
You can blame us for not being able to read that book. It's okay.
Whatever.
Yeah. Just wait till
I've been
winter time
blamed for
comes
worse.
in. You can sit when winter time comes in, then you can read your book.
That's how I feel too about it. Yeah, I'm waiting for the boring winter to come.
I got in that room in that room right in there, I got one bookshelf completely crammed full and books laying on the floor.
Books
And
on
I
the
got-
floor.
Yeah, I had no place to put them.
Oh my god.
I quit buying books because of that. Because
Yeah.
I got to get bookshelf,
Right.
and I've read some of them, but not all of them.
I have a lot of books in boxes because I don't have a shelf for
I
them.
got a
Like,
crap
you know.
load of paperbacks.
mm.
Yes, I bet that book that you got there, Sean, is probably one of them love stories.
Oh,
you
F
know.
no, nope.
Yeah, you know, it's one of them. What they call it, Harlequin romances or something like that. You know. Why did you mute yourself? Barry's muted and Shawnee's muted. Well,
Free Range Survival Chickens is the book, sir.
oh, well, I thought it might have been a Harlequin
In
romance.
this book, I don't read that crap. You'll learn the remarkable potential chickens have to survive like their wild jungle ancestors. If you think you need a ton of care to keep chickens alive, think again.
I thought all women read Harlequin
It's
romances.
from Good Books. David the Good. David the Good didn't write this, but he helped. He like told the guy, "You should write this book." Who
Oh,
wrote this? I don't remember.
Barry
Florida
reads,
Bullfrog. Florida
Barry
Bullfrog.
reads
wrote it.
Harlequin romances.
I'm not what?
Barry reads them.
Well,
Harlequin.
good for Barry. He can keep them all.
Well, I figured you read those. I'm sorry.
Radio Jonesy, what books do you read? Weird sounds are happening.
I said, don't listen to Randall. He's lying.
Oh, okay. Don't listen to Randall. He's lying. All right. All right.
And women don't read those books. You know why? Because
Why?
they can make the real thing happen with just the right look. They just look at their man and say, just with their eyes, and the man knows what they want.
That's all fiction.
Well,
It's crap. Oh, plus I'll argue that point. Woman, it doesn't work that way. You can't just put lipstick on a pig and call it something else. It's still a pig.
you can't put lipstick on a pig and call it your date.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you can. You can in some countries.
These pictures are not in color, by the way. They're in black and white.
Very. What? Oh my God! Answer me.
He's doing something clearly
I guess so. He
Away
sounds
from-
like it.
away
I
from
think
Mike.
I think he's reading a
Nose is running.
romance.
He's sparking a what?
Harlequin.
My nose is running.
Oh.
You better catch it then.
Just ran away with the refrigerator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can send you some. I know somebody's got a bunch of them to give away in romance novels. I'll send the whole box to you, Shawnee. Just send Barry your address, and then I'll pay for the shipping and ship them right to you.
So I can burn them?
goodness.
What you do with it when you get it, that's your
Gotta stay
business.
warm somehow.
But you'll read one as sure as you say, "Oh, that looks so interesting." No.
Nah.
Well, good for you. Bully for you. Well, and I used to, because then I learned it's not real. It's not real. The picture on the cover has nothing to do with the story at all. They lure you into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so depressing.
Such a scam.
It's kind of pretty much
Yeah.
what prostitutes do, don't they?
That's
The
what
cover,
I was getting,
the cover looks good, but
that's what I was getting with the lipstick
No.
on the pig.
the story is
Oh,
never quite like the cover.
You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig. I guess. In some countries, they probably do have them for dates. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I haven't been very far out in the world, so I don't know. All I can ask is somebody prove me wrong. Otherwise, that story is going to be out there.
Well, as long as I've got as long as I got websites like YouTube, I could travel the world and never leave my home.
Yeah.
I could go to Tasmania and see, Radio Jonesy in its natural habitat.
I swear to God, dude, I have got so fed up with YouTube. It's just, you cannot watch a single video on there. If it's got one certain thing in that video, no matter how discreet it is, your main page is going to start loading up that same particular item to look at. I was watching a couple of videos talking about Diddy and all that, which I didn't find it as stupid. But anyway, it had a couple little scenes in there, the thumbnail, whatever. Oh my God. My daughter come over today and we was looking, and I was showing her the video we was watching, and all of a sudden it popped up there. I said, "Oh my God, where'd that come from?" That was so embarrassing. so embarrassing, dude.
Let me
Oh, no.
guess. Everything was hanging out.
No, it wasn't no porn like that. It was just
I didn't say porn,
boobies,
but
big boobies and all that stuff.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's soft. That's
She
soft
said,
porn.
"Dad, I know what you've been looking at." No, I don't know what. I couldn't even explain it because I was so embarrassed.
Yes, Barry, come visit. I need more views. Island life in Tasmania.
I hate it.
So did you figure out how to build a playpen so we can have the camera kitty show or whatever?
No. Well, I did. I just can't afford to.
I could. Real easy.
Come here.
But my problem is they climb out of it. Well, if I put my cats in a cage like that in here, they would PETA would be on me within 2 hours. Oh, he's got him out, pet caged up.
Oh,
Never
but it's
seen-
okay for that. It's okay for that guy up there next to Donnie's place to lure cats in and then put them in a cage.
Oh, evidently.
Oh, okay. I see how it works.
Yeah. Evidently. I like
Where's
to
the
say,
cord?
hey, Barry, you could name that video. If you ever went to Tasmania, you'd call it Barry in Tasmania. It'd be awesome. Well, we know where Barry's at. Where? Tasmania. That's where he went. Oh, I thought he was just going to the store.
Radio Jonesy, I swear I would run your viewers off. You would be like, you'll be watching your numbers fall, and your viewers are gonna be going like, who the hell's that bloke?
They'd be coming out to his house with pitchforks and stuff, torches.
I can't afford a ticket to a movie, let alone a ticket to fly to Tasmania. Believe me, if I could, I would. It's for real. He would if he could. He would. But then he wouldn't have me to take care of him. And then I'd be all sad. And quiet just like this.
Oh, look at the kitty.
So bad. It's been so bad. You just don't know.
Kitty. I would take it, Barry, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be inundated with cats for too long anyway.
I'm good.
I would
Be
take
all
it.
right.
You're probably getting attached to them anyway.
You know what? I really don't spend a lot of time with them. They move in on me and they make the first contact, and after that
Yeah.
it's just like,
But I wish I could
Yeah.
say that with these two cats. God, this thing's all up in your face and everything.
okay, when you have a baby and the baby does this because someone's holding it, but they reach out for you,
Yeah,
what's the first thing you do?
you're going to grab it.
You get the baby, right?
Yeah.
I always did.
What's
Like,
that baby
oh, yeah,
doing?
I'll take. It's not even my kid. I'll be like, yeah, I'll take the baby. And
I've done it as my kid. What's he doing? What's he wanting? He's wanting you to pick it up, fool. What'd I do then? Well, don't drop it. One. He's got a guest room there.
What's that got to do with anything?
Oh, you got a place to sleep anyway. When you get there.
Oh, Okay, you just don't want
Yeah,
to.
my kitties, like I said, I would have took a couple of them, but you know, you're probably attached to them, and two, I'll probably be inundated with catching them on here for too long. Then I'll be wanting to give you some. Barry, you know them two cats you gave me? Here's your two more back, and
Yeah.
here's two more back.
Sorry, no refunds.
Yeah, what is exchange them? Here's two.
There's no generational refunds either.
No, here's two, Barry. You know,
You're just on your own there,
what's going to keep the
As
line
is.
healthy?
as is warranty.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of them is. I'm pretty Rusty. I'm pretty sure she does.
You think Darkpaw gave it enough of a bath?
Whoa.
Wow, it's all
Yeah,
wet.
so-
It's all wet. Look like it's been out in the rain. Look like it's been out in the rain or something.
Oh my God, he's soaking them.
Well, Shawnee, how you doing?
I'm
You
tired.
got you tired.
Yeah.
How is Minnesota treating you?
I
Oh
like
my
it.
God.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It's good to live in a place you like.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess you'll probably have to like it, I guess, don't you? Pretty much, you know.
Well, I have to, if I were to move to a different state, I have to keep in mind the skills my husband has for jobs. And I homeschool, so I would need to look into homeschool laws, and I'm okay where we're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. I understand the seasons here. I understand where things are here. I wish I had my own space. We rent here, but what does Rob Parsons mean? Does that mean anything to you guys?
I'm thinking I'm familiar with it, but I'm not sure. I'm afraid to say. Rob Parson.
I'm drawing a blank. The name sounds familiar. For some reason, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, let me tell you, I'm trying to.
It's not your fault, Jonesy. It's just old age creeping up on me.
Oh, it's a great channel from Tasmania. What's the content?
Uh,
Okay.
Does he like travel and show us the land, or what does he do?
Hey, Mama. What you doing?
I may instead of hunting myself, I'll probably just take my camera and go back to the tree stand and just film deer.
I was just gonna ask which animal. Deer. Okay.
This year. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna film some stuff.
Sure.
Instead of,
Hey, can you not do that on camera?
pornographic. My Lord.
It's over here doing that snipping thing.
I know that's disgusting. You know, cats they do that stuff, and you know, why can't humans do that? That's a good thing they don't. Humans don't do it.
Yeah, no.
That'd be kind of weird, wouldn't it?
Story. You got a story to tell me?
Oh,
What is
I
it?
could. I don't know if I want to talk about this. So I read about agriculture information because I get free like posters and stuff and books
Mhm.
because I'm signed up with like the Minnesota Department of Ag because I homeschool. And they were talking about things that we grow, and like we're top number 1, number 2, number 3 in these things. I could read it if you wanted to hear about it, but yeah,
Yeah.
I like my state.
There's all kinds of things you can talk, you can have a channel about. I mean, you don't, it don't have to be elaborate or anything, just whatever suits you.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm me myself. I'm just me. Like something. I done had my 5 minutes of fame in life, so I don't care anything about that.
Well, Ohio might be where I was born, but I feel more at home in Kentucky than I do Ohio.
Okay.
You know? And from what I understand, things have changed a lot in Ohio that I probably wouldn't, even if I did move back, I wouldn't recognize it. I probably wouldn't be too happy there.
Very,
Okay.
very, especially Springfield, Ohio.
Yeah.
You couldn't have your cats there, could you?
No.
Oh boy, that would be something.
I don't want to live in East Palestine because it's contaminated there.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't
Well-
enjoy hearing my state in the current events at all. It's embarrassing.
Well, you got a crappy governors like we do.
I don't like the governor. Nope. So
But we don't,
We don't like ours either. We got a lot in common.
we're stuck with him for at least another 3 years anyway.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, people say what they want to about Kentucky, but if they say we're racist, then there's something they don't know what they're talking about.
Okay.
Because we had a black guy running for governor, and the only way he lost is because he didn't campaign right.
Okay.
He would beat it. He would have beat the governor we got now, and he was very light. I voted for him. So, but that's a rabbit hole that I would like to, well, some other time. Some other time. But every state's,
Cool.
and that's why I don't fool with it too much, local politics, other than the governor. I don't know.
Relationships and politics.
Things are not like they used to be. That's for
Well,
sure.
Relationships and politics are three things I won't even talk about if I can help it on here.
No, it's this. Well, politics for one. There's so much that I already talked about on YouTube. They just beat that dead horse to death. So it's what's the point of me talking about it on my channel? There's no point in it.
Ow, what you bite me for?
As far as relationships, then not everybody's the same. But if you make a channel, just whatever you want to, and it don't have to be elaborate.
Word. Really? We've been on almost 4 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of here in a minute.
And I've enjoyed every minute of it.
I got on the late
Wish
end
our
of
free
it.
version of StreamYard was better.
Yeah. I gotta pick up tomorrow. I gotta go get that roundup tomorrow at that other Walmart, see if they got it. If not, I'll have to go to Lowe's to get it. I'll pay more at Lowe's.
Good plan.
But then I could shoplift it. And
No,
that'd be-
not a good plan. Nope.
That would be even a better
We don't need 5-finger discounts.
But you know,
We don't advocate that on this channel.
No.
only 6-finger discounts.
Oh, okay.
I know how hard things are, but
Only 6-finger discounts, Barry. No, I don't either. But it was a thought. I can see myself trying to sneak out there with a gallon jug of Roundup. I can see that.
right.
What? Are you trying to steal that, sir? No. What's that in your pocket? My cell phone. Awful big for a cell phone. Well, that's one of those new ones that don't blow up on you.
It's a safety
Oh.
cell phone.
Oh, can we see it?
You have to hand crank it
You
before you
have to
can make
pay
a phone
for it.
call.
You have to pay me. I'm not showing you it. And they'll tase you. A gallon jug of Roundup will bust your pants and it'll go all over you. Oh,
Wow, that was a sentence.
how did that get in my pants, in my back pocket? Somebody put it in my back pocket. And I wasn't looking.
Tomorrow's Monday.
It's going south pretty quick.
Anyway, now I'm just ranting. I'm having a Joe Biden moment right now. So
Yeah, there you go.
we're close to the breaking point.
Yeah.
Very close. Very close. And it's all Shawnee's fault.
Nope.
All Shawnee's fault.
Anyways, I'm gonna call it for the night. Thank you for
All
coming
right.
out, Shawnee, Randall.
Yes, thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Goodbye, everybody.
And
I don't want to
everybody's
leave.
been in our chat.
I don't want to leave. No,
Well, you can sit there and talk to yourself. I don't care.
I probably will. I probably will. Shawnee.
Oh,
Well, come on, Barry. Shut it off. What are you waiting on?
Great catching up island life in Tasmania. Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
yeah, we'll see you, Jonesy. Good seeing you again. Everybody's been in our chat. Good night. And hit the end stream button. Nothing happened.